check that as a photo. Can you hear the sound too?
Yeah.
How's that look? Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
I thought it was a real image at first. Pretty nice, huh? Oops, sorry.
Music. That's like, it's like I'm ready for takeoff.
Yeah, it's sick. And check this out. I can actually change it. Like this was the default. This. And it's got different music. You also have Nevada, which is what I was doing yesterday. So it's like different wallpapers. And you have the A10, check that out. And then you have the F-18, which, look at this photo. This music I don't like. It's like this is kind of like, this is too like political or whatever, patriotic. I'm not into this kind of music. This FC3, like, look at that. Oh, those sounds. Pretty nice, huh?
Man.
Sounds awesome, huh?
That is amazing.
Yeah, see, this is see, this $60 jet, like I told you, like this shit has some graphics that are out of this world. And by the way, this is a whole bunch of what's going on, everyone. My name is Iceman. Welcome back to DCS World. As you can probably hear, I'm, talking to, I was about to say Death, because he wants to play Warframe all the time. Hackprince, damn it. I am showing him DCS World. He's got Falcon BMS. I'm getting him hooked with that, and hopefully we can fly together at some point. Let's see. I'm just checking my settings here. Heat blur high. I'm gonna do medium on the water, and then shadows. No, I'll do high on water. I'm doing this bit so that, like, hopefully I have my hardware monitor up so I can see if I'm getting too hot with temperatures. But having said that, by the way, here's my logbook. Hey, look at that photo. Yeah, look at this. That's me. You're giving a thumbs up, kind of. But yeah, I'm going to the mission editor here, and I'm going to do Nevada. Check that as a photo, dude.
Yeah.
You do realize
Did you
that
screenshot?
This is from the simulator. This is a simulator screenshot. This is not a real image, dude. This is from the game.
Oh man.
Talk about.
I was gonna say, did you?
That's not a real photo, dude. That's from the game. I mean, the background is probably a real photo. I actually don't know about the background, but this here, the jet, this is from the game. This is the game jet. So this is what you will see. And yeah.
I'm probably gonna play this in a minute.
So what I'm gonna do is see what it's like at nighttime by let's do. Do you want to do like a clear night? Let's see. Let's see. Spring, clear sky. Alright. Let's try to see what that is. I don't know why that didn't work. Alright, fuck it. Default weather. And then I'm gonna do no wind for now. And I'm gonna see what it's like with no I'm gonna see what it's like completely clear. So no wind and no clouds or anything like that. 20 degrees Celsius, I'll do that. And then precipitation, none. Okay, so this is going to be literally nighttime. This should be fucking amazing, hopefully. We'll find out. Oh, did I switch the time? Did I switch the time? No, I did not. Hold on. Wait, where is the time? Ah, 5:30 in the morning. Okay, do you want it to be like dusk, or do you want it to be dusk leading into night? Actually, we should do that. Let's see what that looks like. When is dusk there? It's more like 6 p.m. per se. Would be. Actually, no. This is military time. Hold on. Let's see. This is 1800, 1800 hours. You know about military time, right?
No.
No, like where it's like 1800 hours is 6 p.m. Like, you know how to convert?
Oh, that time. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's this is 6 p.m. if I recall. So yeah, that's 6 p.m. there. I'm gonna do save.
Because all I heard was time. I was like, that's all I heard. It's just time.
How's it look though? Is it pixelated for you, or is it looking pretty sweet?
It looks good. It's weird because like I see it on yours. I see it through the stream, and then I still have my game running too.
Oh, you do? You still have your game running too? Well, it's just a stream for you, so it's not gonna do you any harm.
Okay, so it's not like slowing down or anything.
Well, no, because you're not running the game right now. You're not the one running the game. I'm running the sim. So yeah. Yeah. Let's start. And yeah, this game takes a long time to load, dude. This is 70 gigs, like, takes a long time to load because, you know, the graphics. What are you doing? Fuck. Are you clicking, or are you, like, pressing something?
Yeah, I'm pressing the enter button.
For what?
The enter.
Oh, to play? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
got 100 gold for that.
I wouldn't recommend hitting it that hard, by the way. Or are you not hitting it hard? It just sounds like it.
I'm really not even hitting it that hard.
Oh yeah, because it must be where your mic is. It's just like, it sounds real close. It sounds.
No, this is me hitting it. This is me hitting it hard.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it sounded like you were doing like it sounds like that. It sounds like that. Like, oh my god. And when you did the when you did that example of you hitting it hard, it sounded like you were just pounding and punching your computers. What it sounded like. Oh my god.
Like, wait a minute.
It sounded like you were like beating it with a sledgehammer.
It's not working. It's not working.
Yeah, do that to your Mac, please.
Yeah, I'll do this with a Mac.
But yeah, check this out, dude. What do you think? Look at the graphics.
Okay.
Would you rather fly in DCS with this, or with these graphics, or the BMS stuff? I would rather
fly in that.
In these graphics?
Yeah.
Well, these graphics this is DCS. This is not VMS. This is DCS. Can you hear those sounds?
Yeah, I can hear it.
And you're able to see, right?
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Okay. It's using a lot of my GPU still. Whatever, it's fine.
I'll be right back.
Alright. And he's taxiing. So yeah, this is going to be the night flight here, and I've decided that I'm going to I'm going to drop some bombs today. Oh my god, this looks awesome. Holy shit. So watch this guy. He's gonna take off. Listen to these sounds, dude. Have you ever heard sounds like this in a simulator before? Like, listen to this. Watch this. He's gonna take off. General Electric F-129. Afterburning turbofan. Listen to the roar. Do you recognize those sounds? From the air shows?
Yeah, man, that's things with them engines.
Sounds amazing,
oh my God,
doesn't it?
It is, but it was loud.
Yeah.
Especially when you're up close. It's really loud.
Oh yeah.
Makes me
But
so I want to go see another one because
But this is a simulator though. The sounds though, like you don't hear this shit in a game.
No.
Let's see. Yeah. So this is dusk. How's this look, dude? Look at those graphics.
See the light bouncing off.
Yeah, here. Let me show you the outside of the aircraft.
Off the plane.
Let me show you the outside. Here you go. Ooh, that's a sick shot. Look at that. Look at the how the ray is like bouncing off the wing and stuff. Look at that. Dude.
How about?
This is look at that.
Love this.
You like the graphics?
Yeah.
Much better than BMS for sure. So like I said, right now you can. I would be careful because I wouldn't do max high and by the way, it's gonna have your graphics on the high setting. So I'd recommend you try it all on medium, like low and medium for now, because it's hard for you to watch your temperatures. And just you would do that kind of low graphics for a little bit just to see how your system would run it. Oh, watch this. The guy is flying over. Check this out. Listen to the sounds when he flies over. There he is. Dude, those sounds. Oh my god. Don't those give you chills?
Yeah. It feels like...
It sounds awesome.
It feels like you're there.
It feels like you're there, yeah.
Like ooh, you're there
look, Runway Lights. That's cool. Actually, hold on. Let me go out like this. That's sick. Look at that. Look at that. That's sick. So yeah, this, as you can see, like I'm moving my head to move the camera like this. I'm moving my head down. My head is angled down right now. My real head and everything. Does that make sense? Like I'm literally turning my head to do this, tilting my head and everything. Much easier than if I turn it off. Much easier than doing. Well, actually, I can't do it right now, apparently. Much easier than oh yes, much easier than moving the mouse, right? Moving the mouse
Yeah.
and just like, and then you know, like, oops, fuck, hold on, oops, no, there we go. Oh, what the hell? Oh, hold on, screw that up. There we go. Let me see something. Okay, sorry. Shit's weird. Alright, so this is, I'm moving my head here. And look at this, dude. Like, just look at this cockpit. What the hell? Oh, the sun went over. When look at that. The sun. Dude, this looks awesome. Like, look at this cockpit. Look how detailed this is. You can't tell me that's not badass.
That's why. Wonder the game is what is this game? 70 gigs?
70 gigs, yeah. But no wonder, right?
Yeah.
Look
no
at
wonder
look at the
70
texture
gigs.
maps. Yeah.
Say one, because I had games 20, 25, like 70.
Check this out. He's flying over and I'm doing it on the outside. Oh god, those sounds. Dude. Holy fuck. That rumble. Dude, I want to get in the air. Honestly, I want, like, don't you listen to that? Like, would you want to get into the air after hearing that? Like, oh my god. Man, that sun is setting fast. Yeah. Shit, look at that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the checklist for you. And do you want me to, like you wanted me to do, I'm going to walk it through. I'm going to walk you through. You don't have to remember any of this. I actually remember a lot of it by memory. So I'm just going to do it by memory. Is what I'm going to do. So, shit. Damn it. There we go. Alright, ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close the canopy. Now the canopy, actually, check this out. It's dark, right? We can't see anything. It's really hard to see stuff. Right? It's hard to see switches and stuff. Like, look at this. It's dark, right? Watch what happens when I press Alt-L on the keyboard. Boom! You got a flashlight. Look at that. You got a flashlight so you can actually see shit. See? I have a flashlight with my mouse.
This is like something out of Alien vs Predator.
Yeah, but it. Since when do you have that in a cockpit, like in a simulator? Like, damn. All right, so I'm gonna do the canopy lock. Okay, so first of all, by the way, guys, this is gonna be kind of this is gonna be like kind of training for him, honestly. So I'll put something in the title to say that. But if you guys want me to just fly and just do badass shit, that's not gonna be this video. But yeah. So, lesson 101. Well, actually, you already had your first lesson. Second lesson is, well, cockpit, I guess. I don't know. And by the way, the sim I just got you, the sim you just installed was fucking BMS. So it was the other stuff with the lower quality. lower quality stuff, but that's actually more implemented than this currently. But so let me just say, the F-16 cockpit. Oh god, look at that wide angle. Shit. So the F-16 cockpit can be divided into 5 sections. All right. So basically, the first section is this giant section here. You can see, right? This giant panel on the left is called the left control. Hold on, left control panel. I think. Shit, I should know this. Left control panel. Right? Does that make sense? So this panel here is the left control panel. This is all one section. And he's obviously flying over. The second panel is this here, right? And by the way, when you check stuff, you always go from the left rear to the front, down, and to the right, and then to the right rear. Make sense? So you always do. You don't do this. You don't go right, forward, front, left. No, you do left, forward, down if necessary, right, then right rear. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's how you check the cockpit. So let me turn on this flashlight. So the canopy lock lever is, or lock switch is this switch right here. Do you see a switch there where my cursor goes green? There you go. See that switch right there?
That yellow one?
No, not the. This is the bar. No, this here, where my cursor is green. Here, let me freeze it. Right here.
Yes.
That. See, this is the canopy lock bar. What this does is it makes it so that you don't accidentally flip this switch in flight. Otherwise, you're saying canopy open during flight. You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want your canopy to then start being in this position. Right? You don't want your canopy to start doing this and be in this position, up like that, right? First of all, it just gets shit off from the wind, but at the same time, you don't want that to happen. Plus pressurization, right? If you're high up, you have low oxygen. Oh shit, speaking of oxygen, I need to turn my oxygen off. Hopefully I didn't use all my oxygen. Shit, if I did, that's gonna piss me off. Oxygen is modeled in this game, by the way. So, if you forget to turn on your oxygen, you will pass out during flight in this game. In the sim. So yeah, as real as it gets. I don't say that for no reason. But yeah, so you have that switch there. You flip it down with a left click and you hold it. And the canopy will close. You ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready.
Right. These are real sounds too. And then now, since the canopy is closed, we have to lock it. We need to put this here. And if you don't, look, Leo, let me just show you real quick. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Oops. If you see, if the canopy lock bar is not locked, if the canopy is not locked, you'll see that. Make sense? It says canopy, that means the canopy is unlocked. You lock it like that, and the light goes off. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's weird? I can finally hear switches now. Because, like, in the previous video, we weren't able to hear any switches when I press switches. Now you can hear the switches when I press them because I apparently had the sound turned down. And by the way, the color of the label, like, you see how it's really hard to read, but you see how the label for the F-16 there is blue? That means it's a friendly. Blue means friendly, red means enemy. That's obvious. But yeah, so that's that. And So what I'm gonna do is now, and this is by memory, remember, so I might be forgetting a few things, but I don't think so. First of all, look at how the jet is, how everything is tinted slightly yellow because of the canopy. Oops. Oh, hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh no, I glitched something. Oh, look at that. Damn. There we go. Wait, did I find a bug? Hold on. If I turn on the flashlight and then I go into number 2. Okay, no, I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, what I'm gonna do real quick, what you do is after canopy's closed and locked, what I do is I check to make sure everything is off when it should be, right? Everything that should be off is off. Makes sense? Because I don't want anything running at the moment with the jet. So always check left rear always first. So that's good. So I'm going to check the probe heat, make sure the probe heat is off. I'll get into what that does later. Basically what it does is the probe heat is, every aircraft has what's called a Pitot Tube. And what that is here. You can maybe see it. Alright. You can see it very, you can barely see it here. Let's see. I can't, it's not daytime, so it's hard to, it's hard for me to do this. Hold on. Okay, you see this right here? This little thing coming down. Here, let me, fuck if I can, I don't know how else I could show you, but this little thing right here, it's very small. You see that? This little thing coming down? Like off the jet.
I don't see it.
Okay. It's dark, so it's really hard to see. But basically, there's something right here, and what this is, it's the Pitot Tube. Every aircraft has what's called a Pitot Tube. And oh, check this out. The canopy is closed, so you're not going to hear the jet as it flies over. Watch, the jet's flying over, but you're not going to hear anything. But outside the jet, you will. Inside, you won't. Sick, huh? Remember, if I open the canopy, you'll start hearing it.
The canopy is soundproof?
Well, yeah, I mean, it should be. I mean, you don't want the pilot going deaf, would you?
No.
And not just that, it needs to be tight because pressure. You need a pressure, like, you know how, like, when you're, well, I've never flown before, but when you're really high up, there's no oxygen. So you need to pressurize the cabin with oxygen. If you don't pressurize, if you lose pressurization, like, people can pass out and shit like that. Because of no oxygen. So, what I'm doing, okay, so, all that looks good. So the Pitot Tube, what that does is, basically, it's how we read airspeed, how fast we're going. And the Pitot Tube also has, it has electronics in it that measure airspeed, how fast. Basically what happens is, the air, when you're flying forward, the air, it's called ram air. It rams into the Pitot Tube, and there's electronics into the tube that measures how fast that air is hitting the tube. Make sense? How fast the air is going. And that's how you get your airspeed, how fast you're going in the air. So, I need to make sure that's off right now. That's good. The test switches are off. Good. And then trim is centered. I told you about trim. Let's see. Alternate flaps. Bit. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just making sure all this stuff is off. I'm not going to get into too much detail at the moment. This is obviously the beginning part of it. But tack on, I'll turn that up. Sorry, I'm having issues with my track IR. Off. Program 3. And I'm going to do this. Good. Good. And the console's here. So check this out. So this is where you have your panel lights. So with these off, you won't be able to, it's like your panel lights. If you have these on, you'll be able to see it in the dark. Right? It's kind of like your dash lights at night, you know, in your car. So I'm going to turn these all the way up. All the way up. Alright, that's good. Oh, actually. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so everything is set the way I want it to. So now do you want me to go over like what the test panel does and like what the panels do and stuff, or do you want me to just as I click things and start up the jet, just tell you as I'm starting up?
Just tell me as you're starting up.
Alright, one thing I'm going to do is formation light, aero feeling on. I'm going to turn this to normal and then steady, dim. Actually, I'll do right. Alright, so we're obviously good here, right? We have the jet, everything is off obviously, and we need to start the jet up, right? First thing we need to do though is we need to give power, electrical power to the jet. You know, like kind of like when in your car, when you turn the key, you start the battery first, and then after the battery starts, then you turn on the engine. It's the same thing. So we need to give electrical power to the jet first, and then we can start the engine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so the electrical panel on the F-16 is on the left. Damn it, Death wants to VC. Fucking A. Hold on. Let me message him real quick. Alright, so the electrical panel's on the left side of the jet. It's right here. See where it says Elec? Like right behind the throttle. It says Elec. That means like electrical.
Yeah.
So you'll see on the Elec panel, you'll see a main power switch. Off, battery, and main power. What this main power switch does, this is your battery. This is how you turn on your battery. So what this does here, let me freeze it. So what this switch does here is it, first of all, gives electrical power to the jet. But like in the off position, the battery is obviously off and the generator for the jet is off. What this does is when I have to switch it to battery first. When I switch it to battery, what it's going to do is the jet's electrical system is going to run off the jet's battery by alone, right? Purely off the battery. When I turn it to main power, it's saying use the jet's generator. Like you know how in a car when you have the battery on and once you start the engine you run off the generator instead of the battery. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like in a car. Like you know what I mean? Like you in a car you start like if you have a dead battery in your car and you need to have jump cables and stuff, the reason you can't start the engine is because you have no power from the battery, right? You need power from the battery. Then after you get power from the battery, you start the engine, and then after the engine started, you can use power from the engine instead of the battery. Make sense?
Yeah, because if you have a dead battery, nothing's coming on.
But also think of it this way: let's say I had the engine on, but I was saying, aircraft, drain the battery instead of the engine for the electrical power. That's not going to make sense, because then it's like why are you killing your battery? Like, why not just use the engine power? You see, if your engine's on, why not use the power from the engine? Why why not use the power from the engine instead of the battery? Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is main power. Main power means to use the primary generator of the. There's actually two generators in the F-16. It's very complicated, I know. There's a primary generator and there's a standby generator. Standby generator only comes on if the primary generator fails in emergency. But first of all, kind of off topic here a little bit. Think about the coding that like. This jet, by the way, is what's called a fly-by-wire aircraft. Fly-by-wire means that everything up on the jet is run is done on a computer. Everything. There are no cables or pulleys. This is computerized hydraulic shit only. Computers. And think of the programming. You have to program those computers, right? It's kind of like how you program in Python and shit. It's the same stuff. Think of how many lines of code would need to be in this dumb jet. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, I would be honored to see like source code for an F-16. I'd be honored to even see that. Like, that's like, obviously that's classified and shit like that. They're not gonna show that to anyone, obviously. But talk about like how smart you have to be, because the pilots are just the pilots. The engineers are the ones that actually code the shit. The engineers are the developers are the ones that actually program the systems and the computers in the jet. That's hard stuff. That's like vector math, calculus, like Calc 4. Like, that shit is like, that shit is extreme mathematics and extreme hacking skill. That shit's hard. I don't know how to do any of that. I'll admit. But yeah, so we have off and battery. So what we need to do to turn on the battery, we just need to flip this to battery, right? And actually, first, before we do that, technically, we need to check that you see this fuel master switch. Let's see. You see this fuel master switch here? This fuel master switch should always be on master. Only lift this guard and switch to off in emergency. This is an emergency switch. Engine feed, these are like your fuel pumps. You need to have this on normal. You should have this on normal. IFF master, I'll put that to standby. I forgot to do that, sorry. And CNI, I'll turn this to backup. I'll tell you why in a sec. But yeah, to give power to the jet, we right click. So right click to move a switch away from you, left click to move it towards you. So the switch is kind of away from me, right? Kind of like it would go this way. If I flip it to battery, it would go this way. So right click to switch it to battery. And when I do that, watch what happens. You start hearing some clicking and stuff. Those are the fuel pumps, I'm pretty sure. But you can see how those lights turned on. This is really hard on my neck. You see how those lights turned on? FLCS aircraft battery to FLCS relay, standby gen, main gen, that's what you want. So you see how those lights turned on?
Yeah.
And also, look here, your eyebrow lights. Hydraulic oil pressure, light on. Engine is also on, meaning the engine is not running. And hydraulic oil pressure, meaning there's no pressure for the hydraulics and the oil. The oil will keep the everything lubricated, and the hydraulics. If you lose your hydraulics, you lose your flight controls. So imagine if you want to pull up or do a turn or something, but imagine moving the stick and nothing happening. Imagine where you're literally, let's say you're spiraling to the ground, and you move the stick, and your flight controls don't move, meaning you can't stop the spin. Like, at all. You better fucking eject, or you're gonna die. But yeah, and then on this panel here, you have the elect sys and secondary engine control. This means electrical system. This is your caution panel right here. This is your caution panel. This is where caution messages will come on. And my master caution should be on. I don't know why it's not. But anyways, you want to check that. And what you want to do is when you have the, and by the way, you don't have to remember any of this because this is just memory for me. So that's why I can explain this. It's because I remember doing it so much. So the main power is on battery. What you need to do is see how it says aircraft battery FLCS relay. Basically, the FLCS first of all stands for, the FLCS is the flight control system. That's what that stands for, flight control system. I call it the FLCS, and that's a term they use, FLCS for short. And there's a flight control system and the flight control computer. And if you, what do you think the flight control computer will do? I'll give you a hint, flight controls. But what do you think it would do? What do you think it manages? The flight control computer.
Your flight.
Yeah, and what are the flight controls? I can't see anything, but damn it. What are the flight controls? Like, would these be the flight controls if I did this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So.
I was gonna say.
I told you about this.
It would have to be like your steer.
I think I told you about
this part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it would affect your steering and lead.
Yeah, but also like what how much do you remember from what I told you? I don't remember what I told you either. So like, do you remember anything? Like as far as like how lift is made and stuff, like how a plane flies and stuff, like how like you have the low pressure at the top. Oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
Fuck you! I can't remember shit. Fuck you! I don't
remember like, at least some of it.
Yeah, I don't remember. But do you understand it? Though is what I'm saying. Does it make sense?
Yes.
See,
it makes sense.
Fuck you again. Fuck you because I can't remember anything. Damn it, Cliff. No, that's good though. That's good. You'd be an awesome wingman because you'll remember shit. You'll remember that I'm about to. Let me tell you guys something. We were at the university, and I was doing fucking BMS, showing Hackprince here BMS a little bit, and I'll never forget it. I'm like, I was being shot at by AAA, and my RWR said that there was a missile coming at me. And I'm like, I don't know where it is, and Hackprince is like, it's in front of you, it's right there, and I'm like, where? I don't see it. And then I'm like, no, there's no missile. Next thing you know, I'm blown out of the sky. And he's like, yep, there's a missile. That was a missile going right towards you. Remember that, Cliff?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was funny as hell. That was funny as hell because I was literally like, okay, this guy has to be my wingman now. So he can here I am being a dumbass and like. Yeah.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, you know what? If that was me, I would probably. Or I would dive down just a little bit.
Yeah,
miss me.
You saw the actual smoke trail though.
Yeah.
I didn't see it at all. I didn't see it at all, and I'm like, nah, there's no. I didn't believe him. And then next thing you know, I was invulnerable, so it didn't actually do damage, but it hit me, and so my jet kind of wiggled and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I guess there was a missile. That's good though. The eyes, the ability to see that was good. Because honestly, dude, like I wasn't like, although it may have sounded like I was trying to just joke and fuck around, I actually did not see that missile. Truthfully, I did not actually see that missile. I was actually looking for it. So you actually spotted it, and I did not. I didn't find that missile. I was actually looking for it at one point. Like, while you were saying it, like, I was joking at first, but then I was like, okay, where is this missile? And you kept pointing at it. I'm like, I don't see jack shit. And the next thing you know, it hit me. You do realize that's an awesome skill to have. Be able to spot things like that.
I didn't even think I was going to catch that, but once I saw the smoke trail and I saw the nose of it. Oh, wait, that thing's coming directly at me. In front of you.
It's going to give me a kiss. It's gonna give me a
I'm like,
kiss.
wait a minute.
And I'm like, no, there's no missile. Stop a cliff. And then next thing you know, boom! I hear an explosion, and I'm just speechless, and he just starts laughing. And
I was like, yup, see. I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. They hit him.
That was funny as hell. But yeah. So what I do is, actually, hold on. I need to take my glasses off. Sorry. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, when the aircraft is on the battery here, I don't want it. Technically, it's on the battery for a long time right now, and I don't really want to do this because I'm draining the battery. As you can see, I'm draining it with all this stuff on. But what I need to do is, with the flight control computer, I need to test and see. I need to make sure. Hold on, let me see something real quick. My tracker is a bit weird right now. Hold on. Alright. Okay. So what I need to do is, the FLCS has 4 branches, the flight control system. So it has 4 like parts to it. And what I need to do is test the flight control system. Like, you see how it says aircraft battery FLCS relay? Relay? What that means is that the flight control system is currently not connected to the battery. So right now, we don't know if let's say the engine the engine died, and we needed hydraulic power. We needed power. The only power we had was from the aircraft battery in emergency. We need to verify that we can use the aircraft battery for the flight controls. So therefore, there's a switch on the test panel here. This is the test panel. There's a switch here. It's test. Called test. Actually, do you want me to do this at night here? Or do you want me to do this when we can see? Make it easier. Because I can scrap it. Because it's hard for me to like do this. Honestly, like even for me, like, quit. No, not quit to desktop. Because that would suck. Yeah, let me go to the mission editor. Let me go to 9 for the density. So then we have overcast weather. How's that sound? And then I'll do 6. I'll do 6 a.m. And then file save. By the way, this is the map we're using. It's the map. This is the Nevada map. How's it look?
Oh wow.
It's big. Look at that.
It's huge.
Yeah, but look, this is California. This is all California here. I've driven in this area here. Actually, technically, down here. You see where it says Laughlin Airport? Laughlin is. Oh yeah, Bullhead City. Yeah, Laughlin Airport. Yeah, this is. You remember the when I was doing like the Sea-Doos and stuff like that. The fucking wave runners and stuff. That was here at Laughlin. So I've been here before. It's a beautiful place. And what I didn't know the border of Nevada actually borders the river. I didn't know that. Oh shit. Look at that. So the border of Nevada follows the river? Oh fuck. I didn't know that. That's badass. Fuck yeah. That's really sick. And it's interesting because there's actually a dam up here. Like there's a dam up here. So you can't like just go further and further. There's a dam. And I don't know where it is honestly, but there's a dam there. But where we are is here. Alright, so now that that's there, I'm gonna hit fly. Oh, I hit save. Damn it. Let's save again just to be safe. Good start. Look at that. For overcast weather. I consider that
is a lot better.
a lot better to see, you mean?
Yeah, a lot better to see.
But look, it's overcast. I like rain. Yeah, so this is, yeah, how's the cockpit look in this perspective there? Like where you have it in daytime. Really nice,
much
huh?
easier to see.
I know, but like the graphics there, doesn't that look awesome? Oh, by the way, the lights he has on. You see this light here? The blinking light? That's called the anti-collision light. One rule is, if your engine is running, even if it's not running, like even if the engine is not running, if the fan is still moving, you must have this light on. It's anti-collision. It basically means danger for people on the ground. Don't come near me because my aircraft is started up. Right? Like my aircraft can be a danger if you're not careful. Like, listen to those sounds, dude. Isn't that awesome? Let's do outside. This is what the jet looks like outside. Oh, pop quiz. What is actually, I don't know if you'll remember this. What is this here? What is this called? Not the whole thing, but like just this here. This part here moves. What is it called?
What part?
This part here. It moves. What is it called? The one on the tail that moves left and right.
Let me see.
Think in a boat. What do you have in a boat besides trim? Oh. Actually, that's
yeah, like.
Okay, it's the rudder.
All I can think was like rudder. Okay, I was gonna say stabilizer.
Rudder. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Stabilizer. Yes, that you are correct. This whole part is the stabilizer. Ooh, listen to that sound. Listen to that. Oh my god. Gives me chills every time. Holy shit. Holy fuck. That's nothing but sexy. Not gonna lie. I mean, you have to admit, that's a sexy sound right there. Oh my god. Doesn't that sound sweet? Oh my god. Fucking awesome. In my opinion. But yeah, when you say stabilizer, you are half correct actually. Because this whole part here, the tail, is called the vertical stabilizer. So if you want to say stabilizer, say vertical stabilizer. But keep in mind, if you say that, you're going to be talking about this whole piece here. This whole tail piece. That's the vertical stabilizer. The rudder is, you see this line here where it kind of cuts into this little line that cuts into the tail a bit? This part here, from here to here, that's the rudder. The piece that moves, like when you, for example, oops, you see the pedals? When the pedals move?
Yeah.
That's your rudder pedals. When you move these left and right, and by the way, brakes, to use brakes, you tap on them. You tap on the toes, on the balls of your feet. Oops. For that, when you move the pedals left and right, this piece right here, not the whole piece, but just this little, where this cuts to the end, you'll see it move left and right. I will show you when we start the jet. He's flying over already. I can't see him, but sounds amazing. Anyways, hold on. I'm gonna wait for him so I can talk. My god. These sounds are out of this world, dude. Holy shit. You know how many sims don't have this shit, like, sounds like that? Normally, it's kind of like, think of it like GTA. When you have the jets fly over in GTA, they sound like shit. Right? They don't sound like that.
No.
Hell no, but they sound horrible.
Not even close to that.
Yeah, this sounds badass. But yeah, yeah, so that's the vertical stabilizer there. What is this called? And I'll give you a hint. This is also a stable. Oh, no, hold on. Let me go up.
Horizontal stabilizer?
Bingo. Yes. Technically, yeah, this is the horizontal stabilizer in a way. Technically, on the F-16, these are called stabilators. So elevator plus a stabilizer. So the reason they're called stabilators is because it's the elevator, you know, the part that moves up and down. So remember how this moves up, and remember how this will the back will tilt up, the front will tilt down, and vice versa. Can you envision that? How this back will come up,
Yeah.
this will come. Because the entire piece moves, it's called a stabilator. Otherwise, let's say only half of it moved. It would be then called a horizontal stabilizer and an elevator. The part that moves is the elevator. The part that doesn't move is the horizontal stabilizer. And it's the same thing here. The part that moves is called the rudder. The part that does not move is called the vertical stabilizer. So technically the whole thing is the vertical stabilizer. Without this, we'd be drifting. Without this tail, we'd be drifting. And also, we wouldn't be able to turn on the ground, because that's how we turn on the ground with our foot pedals. And then finally, we have these here. We have obviously the wings here, but we have this here. We have this here, and we have this here. These. I'll give you a hint. They're not called the ailerons. What are they called? I'll give you a hint. They also incorporate the flaps as well as the ailerons. So what would you call them? Think of the word stabilizer, how like it sounds like elevator and stabilizer in one word. It's the same idea. You have flaps and ailerons at the same time for the same service. What would you think you would call that? Like if you wanted like an analogy or something to try to some name that you would be able to name that. If you, let's say you just wanted to give a name to something that would have aileron and flaps at the same time, what would you call it if you wanted to put those into one word? Or do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah, I think I'm still drawing a blank on this.
Yeah, flapperons.
Okay.
Flapperons, yeah. Because you got the flaps and the ailerons. Flapperons, yeah. And these here, on this here, the part that's down, these are called the leading edge flaps. And conversely, this here, these here are the trailing edge. These are the flapperons. These are, when they're in flap mode, when they're used as flaps, it's the trailing edge flaps. So when they say trailing edge flaps, they're talking this here. When they say leading edge flaps, they're talking, you know, the part that's dipped down. And by the way, I will say, we cannot do anything in the jet. Like, if I move the control sticks, I'm moving the control right now, but nothing's actually moving. You see how the jet's not moving, nothing's happening? Nothing happening with the control service? That's because you need the jet actually running. You actually need the engine on to do that. You actually need the engine on for that. Alright, so let me set this back up to the way it was, just for this real quick. I'll turn the aero filling door off. Light off. Light off. It's a badass sim, huh? Dim. Tack on all the way up. Volume all the way up. And then up. Down. Oh no. Yeah, auto down. Pull that down, that all the way up. I'm going to turn off my oxygen for now. I almost forgot about that. I actually forgot about that again. Damn it. But yeah, so we're set up basically for the and by the way, checklists, they look like this. Actually, no, hold on. There's the checklist. One thing I don't like is you can't zoom into the checklist. Like, I can't zoom in, so it's really hard to read. But this is the checklist. So you always start with before start checklist. You say main power, battery, power test switch, test, and then see how it says test / off? That means first you test it and then you turn it off. That's what that means. And then canopy close / lock. What that means is close the canopy first and then lock it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so you tell me how to close the canopy, if you remember.
Close the canopy?
Yeah. How would I close the canopy? It's up right now. I'll give you a hint. I am looking in the general direction of where this is.
Let me see. I think it wouldn't be that bar. I don't think it's that bar.
No.
No, it's not that bar.
But you're very warm. You're hot, actually. Alright, so I'll look this way.
Press each.
This is the bar here. This is the lock.
Where is it? That green button.
The green button? I actually don't see a green button, but
the green button?
That? Well, that's not a button. That's the cursor. That's the mouse. So okay. If I mouse over something, I can okay. If something is clickable, it will turn green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you see that switch there? That switch there is the canopy. So, push it down and hold it, and the canopy will lock or close. And now let go. And now what do I do? I closed the canopy. It said close / lock. So what does that mean?
What it means is it's closed. You said, didn't you say it was like pressurized?
Yeah, but the checklist asked me to close the canopy and then lock it. Hold on 1 sec, actually. Let me check my temperatures real quick because my fans are kind of spooled up. GPU 51. Damn it. Alright, whatever. Shit, sorry. So what do I need to do? How do I lock the canopy?
That bar right there?
Yeah, what do I do with it? Do I pull it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Try to yank it. Yo.
No. No.
I'm fucking with you.
No, not pull it.
Yeah, you push it in like that.
Push it.
Because what that does is it makes it. I don't know if you can see it well, but it makes it. It closes. It locks that area so that you can't accidentally go in and switch flip the switch, because you won't want to flip the switch and start raising the canopy while flying. So yeah, so that's good. Now what we're gonna do is remember the elect panel. which is right down here. I'm going to switch this to battery. And you see how it says FLCS relay, standby gen, main gen, that's all good. What it needs, what I need to do is, again, I need to test the flight control system and make sure that the jet, like, if necessary, in an emergency, the jet could potentially use the aircraft battery as a power source for the flight controls. So to do that, on the left rear, you have this test panel. On it, you have a switch that is the FOCS Power Test. This switch here, the mate, norm, and test switch. What we need to do is right-click this and hold it to test it. So when we do that, the lights that should be on are the aircraft battery. Let's see, hold on. The aircraft battery 2 FLCS light, which is right there. The standby gen and main gen lights on. Aircraft battery 2 FLCS. What this means is the aircraft battery that the battery can be connected to the flight control system. So this is working fine. And one more thing you need to check is you need to check that the branches A, B, C, and D, these here, are all lit up. And then if that's there like that, you can let go. And then everything should turn back to normal. FLCS relay, good. And then after you do that test, then you can switch the battery switch from battery to main power by a right click, like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
So now, guess what we get to do? Actually, hold on. I get to set the I'm gonna set the parking brake. Do note that you have to have the electrical system on. You need to have the battery on in order to set the parking brake. Parking brake is on the left auxiliary console, which is this here, by the landing gear handle. Parking brake is this here. So up. Now the parking brake is on. So what do you think? Check that. Electricity and secondary electrical. Good. Guess what I get to do now? Or what do you think I get to do? I have electrical power to the jet, so what is my next step? Or what can I do? What do you think I could do?
Well, because the engine's on, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. The engine's not on. So we
you don't hear an engine, do you?
No.
No.
So you probably turn the engine on at this point.
Yes, exactly. But here's one thing that hold on, I'm going to turn the brightness down on these. Here's one thing that I do need to say. Okay, since this is single player, it doesn't really matter. But in reality, you can't just turn on an aircraft. You can't just start a jet, especially a military jet, right? You can't just like get in a jet and just start it up, because then it's going to look like you're stealing it, right?
Yeah.
It's considered it's considered rogue piloting. So what you need to do is you need to have clearance, and this is where you need communication. This is where you need to use radios. You need communication between the tower and you need to request. You need to request that, hey, can I start up my engine? And they will either say, as I said in my video, they either say fuck you, or they'll say, yeah, you're cleared to start up. One of the two. And no, they don't say fuck you. I just said that for laughs. But we need to contact the tower and ask them, can I turn on my engine? Make sense? Right? Because I can't just otherwise, so that they know that I'm actually starting the jet.
Yeah, because you don't want to just take off.
Right. You don't even want to.
Wait a minute, this guy started his engine. He didn't even let us know.
Yeah, exactly. it's all safety. It's all about safety, honestly. Because plus, if they say you're not cleared to start up, maybe let's say there's a guy right in front of the intake. Let's say there's a troop. There's a trooper here, and you start turning on the engine. What do you think's gonna happen? Let's say there's a guy underneath this wheel here, and he stands up while you turn on the engine. Yeah.
That's not good.
No, I've actually, unfortunately, there was a case where someone did get sucked into the intake, but he didn't actually hit the fan. His helmet flew off of him and hit the fan. He got deaf in one ear and everything, but he actually didn't die, luckily, but he was literally sucked right into the intake. Yeah. He was okay, but talk about the scariest way to possibly die. Oh my god. That's worse than drowning. Jesus. My god. I don't want to think of that.
Yes.
And it was videoed too. So it was like it was a very old video, but it was on an aircraft carrier. It was on an aircraft carrier. Sorry.
And he almost well, he didn't almost, could have.
He almost died. Well, he could very well have, if that helmet did not fly off, it would have been gory. Yeah. But yeah, so what I need to do is I need to contact the tower. But the problem, technically I need to contact ground control, but in DCS there's no ground control. It's really just tower. But in real life, there's a ground controller. Ground and tower. And there's actually approach and departure and a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's layer. But here's the thing, so I need to contact these guys, right? But the problem is, if I want to contact them, like, you see, remember this switch, the CNI knob here? Where I had it on UFC and I said I'm gonna tell you later what this does. If it's on UFC, the upfront controls, UFC, which is this stuff here, the jet needs to be on and running in order for me to use this. But here's the thing, if I need to request startup before I start up, I can't start up, right? I can't just start up to use this UFC to request startup. Does that make sense? So I need to use the backup here. The backup is this here. This panel and... Oops. This panel and this panel here. Hold on 1 sec. Let me get a... I need to get a thumbnail for the vid. Fuck it. Hold on. There we go. Oh shit. Hold on. No, I don't want that on. Damn it, I forgot to switch the keybind in DX Toy. Hold on, let me do that real quick. Let me switch the keybind in DX Toy to something else. So that when I... let me just do... Let's do pause. Let me just test that real quick. Okay, ooh, check it out, helicopter.
Oh,
yeah. You can fly helicopters too. You can fly helicopters too, but I don't have any product. I don't have any helicopters. You know, these jets are expensive. I don't want to just like shell out money for this too much. But yeah. So now that that's on backup, now what I need to do is there's frequencies, right? There's two types of frequencies. There's VHF and UHF. VHF is very high frequency. UHF is ultra high frequency. Civilian stuff, so what we're used to dealing with is VHF, civilian stuff. Military uses UHF, or ultra high frequency. And plus, guess what this is over here, this panel. This panel right here is a voice encryptor. So, like, you see how I can...
That, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is. No, I'm telling you it is. Look, you see the switch here where it says cipher? If I switch this to cipher, all of my communications, everything I say will be encrypted digitally, and then sent across and then decrypted. Just like a network, computer network. It's the same shit except with the voice. How cool is that? The jet has its own fucking AES 256 encryptor for your voice. Isn't that badass?
I didn't even think. I wouldn't even think that.
I didn't even think they would have it. Yeah, I didn't think it would have something like that, but it does. And it also has something known as Datalink, which the jets can network each other. Like, you know how in a network you have like a local area network, you have a LAN? You can basically create a LAN with the jets, a peer-to-peer network where the jets themselves, the jets computers can talk to each other. So, like, if I had Datalink on right now, my jet would be able to talk to his jet, that guy's jet over there, the guy flying around. We would be able to communicate. The jet computers would be able to talk to each other and relay information to and from that jet and this jet. So, like a server and a client, but more like peer-to-peer. Isn't that awesome? It's called Datalink. And because of Datalink,
awesome.
For example, Datalink, what it allows you to do is it allows you to see who is a friendly and where the friendly is and the azimuth, aka where they are going, the direction of travel. So I can actually do a Datalink and see, find that jet and make him a friend. I could see that jet as a friendly and see where he's going. Does that make sense? It's pretty badass. But yeah, so now that this is on UHF, what I need to do is I need to go to the UHF panel. This is the only radio that would work for now. So what I need to do is, you see the switch here, off, main, both ADF. I need to switch it to main to turn this radio on. You'll see the lights come on. See how it says 30500?
Yeah.
And by the way, test display, you can do that if you want. Press and hold. What I need to say is, the display, we're currently on manual mode right here, this here. One thing is, we need to know what the frequencies are. We need to know the frequencies for the airbase. So we need to know what channel to talk to these guys on. It's like me calling you on the phone. Like, I would need to know your phone number in order to contact you, right? It's the same thing here.
Yeah.
I have to know the frequency of the tower, which here is 3270. And by the way, you can just go in the briefing here and see it here. You can see 3270 megahertz. That's this here. So now it's Air Force Base. And by the way, just so you know, 327, anything like 327, 258, something like that, that's UHF. 132, 150, 17, that's VHF. So the smaller number, the second one is VHF frequency. So this is what civilians would use. But then again, now this Air Force Base is, it's an Air Force Base. You're not really going to have civilians landing there. But yeah, so 3270, right? So what this means, this is actually your preset channel card. What that means basically is, you see this knob here where it says manual and preset? If the GRD means guard frequency. The guard frequency is, I'm forgetting what it is. I think it's 2380 in UHF. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. VHF, it's holy shit. I'm forgetting this too. 1255. Fuck, I don't know. I need to know that. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. Guard frequency. Let's see what this is. I don't remember. 121.5, and then UHF is the 2430. 2430 is the UHF version, and VHF is 121.5. And basically, think of that, the guard frequency is like 911. It's literally like a 911. If you're in the US and you can't get anyone to hear you, try 121.5. If you just need help, period, and you're not talking to anyone, 121.5 in like a Cessna or something, 121.5 is like the 911 for pilots. Does that make sense? Like 121.5, that frequency is like 911 for pilots. Technically, it's a military frequency, but it's like 911. So if you're already talking to someone, you don't need to go to 121.5. Just tell the person you're talking to, hey, I have an emergency. Rather, like, there's no point in switching off frequency, going to 121.5 to say, hey, I have an emergency. Why not just talk to the guy that you're already talking to? Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so 3050. This here, channel 1. This is the preset channel 1. You see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 13. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, these preset channels are set before you get in the jet, before the mission. So, like, remember the mission editor that I was in, where I was changing the weather and stuff? That is where you would change these frequencies. You can't do it in the jet. Technically, what makes this happen is what presets this is what's called the DTC, or the data transfer cartridge. And I'll just look at that real quick. The data transfer cartridge is, oh no, the DTU, the data transfer unit. That's this here. It's kind of hard to see, but you see what I'm talking about? This DTC receptacle here. Think of this like a hard drive. It's a hard drive you stick in the jet. You get it at the mission briefing. When you walk out to the aircraft, you're carrying this little box here. This box is like the hard drive. You stick the hard drive in the slot here, and technically it's already inside of it, so you can't really see the slot. But this is like your hard drive. This has all of your mission data. This has your frequencies and your preset channels for the jet. So it's like a hard drive for the jet. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So channel 1. So channel 1 is 327, and if you remember, 327 is the frequency of the tower. So that's what we need. So I can contact tower on this frequency. One thing I would say, one way you can test the radio to make sure it works and you're on the right frequency is you see this, there's a squelch button, squelch switch right here. If I turn squelch off, listen, you'll hear static. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what squelch is, with squelch off, squelch, basically, it allows you to hear more. It allows you to hear further away. Like for example, you know how when you're in the car with the radios and you'll go like near a dead zone, you hear like some hiss and static from your radio. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That is technically squelch. That is what you're hearing. You're hearing that distant stuff. If your car had a squelch option, you would be able to cut out all the static. But the problem is, when you cut out that static, you silence it. And if you silence the static, you silence everything you hear, including... So, like, this... Basically, the squelch... If you're not using squelch, you can hear further away. You can hear further distant radios. But it has static in it, and it could be bad quality. If you turn the squelch on, you get rid of all static, but that means that what you would have been able to hear, you can't hear now, because it was static. You could have this static. You can hear static, but you can still hear someone talking in the background. That's what I'm talking about. It says like, you hear someone speaking in the background, but you also have static. What this does is basically cuts the static. But it also means you need to be closer in order to hear. You need to be closer to the source of the frequency, the transmitter, to be able to hear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sorry, what does this tone knob do? I don't know what this is. That did nothing, honestly. Alright, so now what I get to do is... So I'm obviously, like, using up all of my battery right now in the jet. But I get to contact tower now and say, hey, can I start up? So for me, I have it on the tilde key. So what I want is ATC. Nellis Air Force, actually. Yeah, Nellis Air Force Base, request startup. Show my edit comments up. Alright, request startup.
In field 1-1, request startup.
What the fuck? Could I cock this up again? Damn it. Hold on, what is...
Yeah, they're on the wrong channel.
I think... I don't... I'm gonna test it here, see if this works. I think it's on the wrong channel, let's see. ATC...
In field 1-1, request startup.
What the fuck, dude? I had this issue yesterday. God damn it. Do I need to be on hot mic? I'm gonna go on hot mic. See what that does. HSC, F5, Nellis.
In field 1-1, request startup.
Yo, what the fuck? I had the same issue yesterday. Like, this is kind of like buggy. What the fuck? Let's do manual 3270. And let me do both. Just see. Does this work?
In field 1-1, request start.
Fuck. Right back.
Alright. Damn it. I'm gonna literally have to, restart, so. Damn it. What the fuck? What? What? What the hell? What the hell? What is this?
What's happening?
I don't know. Creech Air Force Base? No, I don't want Damn it. I'm not... What the fuck? That's so weird. I'm not in Creech Air Force Base. What the Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, I didn't actually load my I forgot to load this again. There we go. Right, there we go. So I turned on easy communications. So it's easy and not that difficult for me to do that. So I kind of lowered the simplicity on that a bit. Or I made it more simple. And I'm gonna test the sim on these graphics here. I turned off the I didn't turn off the shadows, but I made the shadows like flat. Because I wanna see if I can lower the graphics as much as I can, so that it doesn't really use much of my GPU. You know what I mean?
That goes inside. So yeah, we're gonna get the. And it won't.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it won't lag, right?
It won't overheat, is what I'm saying. I'm worried about overheat. Okay, so get this, dude. So the shadows apparently were what was using my GPU so much. The shadows. I had the shadows on max. Actually, I had them on medium. Now I have them on flat only. So the shadows obviously look a bit worse. The shadows don't look that good. But I lowered that for the sake of my computer here. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the canopy and get back to where we were before. You know, you obviously saw it already, so I'm not gonna. Let's see. Watch this. So if I close the canopy, he will go quiet. You won't be able to hear it much.
Yeah.
Listen to how. See, now you don't hear him anymore. You don't hear the jet. Sick, huh?
Yeah. And it's locked.
Yep. By the way, this is your jammer, your electronic countermeasures, your ECM. That is not operable right now. Like, so no one can use that right now because it just doesn't work. It's not coded yet. Dim. You can see how quick I am with this stuff. Right, so main power to... I'm just going to do main power this time. And then I'm going to do talk on all the way up. Alright, let's try this again. Ready to contact the tower? Oh, actually I'm gonna hit the parking brake. But ready for me to contact the tower?
Yeah.
See? There we go. Oh shit. No, not North Las Vegas. No. Request startup. Oops.
In field 1-1. Request startup.
Please don't say fuck you.
In field 1-1. Cleared for startup.
Good. Thank fuck. At least he's not an asshole. So, now we can exit this. So he said clear for startup. So what do you think that means? Legally, I can do it, yes. And no control. And technically, in reality, it doesn't really matter. And like this is single player, it doesn't matter. And you can't even be a tower controller or anything like that. So you know, it doesn't really matter. But in real life, you have to get clearances like this. So we're gonna. I'm going to start the F-16 now. We get to start the engine. How sick is that? What I'm going to do is switch this to manual. Yeah, I'll do preset. And then I'm going to switch this back to UFC. Alright, so... here's one more look at the jet with it off, right? You obviously don't hear anything, and you obviously hear it's just, that's what the jet looks like when it's off and the canopy closed. Look at that tint on the canopy though, isn't that badass? It's got that yellow tint, yeah.
Is it like some of the canopies on real life aircrafts, are they?
Yes, they are.
Like, are they black? Are they different colors?
They actually, some of them are white, some of them are tinted yellow like this, some are white, but they're never black. Ever.
Okay.
Well, actually, the F-117 Nighthawk was kind of like green or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't really remember, but usually it's yellow or white. I'm not really into the yellow too much, but you can see, like, look, the tint is actually modeled. Like, check this out. Like, if I go inside the cockpit, you see everything is tinted yellow. See how there's a change? Yeah. That's sick. Oh, check this out. There's scratches on the canopy. If I can find them. Damn it. I can't find them anymore. There's scratches on the canopy that are unmodeled. So to start the F-16 engine, I'm gonna go through it real quick. And by the way, source config cat 3. Let me just say, stores configuration. You have cat. Cat means category. So you have category 1 and category 3. I don't know why there's a I mean, there is a category 2, but really it's cat 1 or cat 3 for the stores. And when I talk about stores, these are stores. The missiles are the stores, and bombs and fuel tanks. Anything externally on your jet are known as stores. So the fuel tank is a store, or the external fuel tank here in the center is a store. These training bombs, these are training bombs. These training bombs are stores. Like this is the whole thing is stores. So what we are storing on the jet. Now here's the important bit about stores. When you have stores, there's basically the jet can run in 2 modes. The jet can fly in category 1 mode, which is the most maneuverable mode, or it can run in cat 3. What you want to do is, if you have bombs or your jet is heavy, so obviously I have bombs and I have a fuel tank on and stuff, so my jet's fairly heavy, right? My jet is, it has some weight to it. Because of that, I don't want to... I want to switch this to cat 3 because cat 1 is when you are empty. You don't have any... Like, if I had the missiles here, but that's it, and I didn't have the fuel tank or the bombs, it would be Cat 1. That's Cat 1, because your jet's light, it's not that heavy, right? Basically, the purpose of it is you want to make sure that the jet understands that you have bombs and shit. Because if you're on the wrong config, let's say I'm on Cat 1. If I stay on Cat 1 right now, I could pull 9 Gs. But the problem is, if I pull 9 Gs, that's 9 times of gravity on the jet. Like that could break the rings off. If the jet is heavy and you pull 9 Gs, you can overstress the airframe and damage it. If not, like do cracks and shit like that, and a whole bunch of bad shit happen. Does that make sense? So I'm basically telling the jet, hey, be careful, limit me because I'm heavy. And when it's on Cat 3, the max G you can pull is around 5.5 Gs. So we are Cat 3 right now because we got the bombs and stuff. If you're clean, it's called a clean configuration. If you're clean, meaning you don't have bombs or anything like that, your jet's fairly light, then you're Category 1. Alright, so with that there like that, I'm going to start the engine. So to start the engine, this is how you do this, okay? So you see the throttle here, right? So obviously you have the throttle here.
Yeah.
The thing is, like you see this. It's kind of hard to see, but you see this lever right here. Turn my light off. See that lever right there?
Yeah.
That lever is the throttle detent lever, and what you need to look at is look at this line here, and look at this. This line right here is the idle power line. So if this line here is lined up with this line, you are idle. Your throttle is at idle. And just so you know, there's two types of power with the jet. Two types of terms. You have what's called you have dry power and wet power. Basically, dry, like afterburner versus no afterburner, right? The flame versus no flame. So, full military power is no afterburner, also known as full dry power. Full military power is from idle to this here. Like you see this little like lip, how it comes down. See how this little lip comes down? This is afterburner. So from here to here is afterburner. So from here to from here to here is military power. From here to the end is afterburner. Does that make sense? So if you're between this or this, you're in military power. If you are over here or over here, you're in afterburner. So keep in mind, afterburner uses a lot of fuel. That's why it's called full wet, because you're squirting extra fuel in the back of the nozzle, and that's obviously uses a lot of fuel. You go fast, but it doesn't last long. Sorry. So one thing is, I can't just push the throttle to idle right now, because you see this little lip here? This is not this line. It's preventing me. If I try to push it forward, it would hit this little guard here. And the reason this is there is because, like, to shut off the aircraft, to shut off the F-16, all you need to do is pull the throttle to the off position. That's how you turn off the jet. When you pull the throttle to the off position, that's how you shut down the jet. if it's running. Now, the thing is, the reason this is here is you don't want to accidentally pull the throttle to the off position while flying, right? If you don't want to. Because if you want to go to idle, let's say you accidentally go too far, then you're in off, oh shit, you just killed your engine. You don't want to do that, right? So that's why this is here. So this detent lever, basically we pull this lever in, and we make it so this allows us to push the throttle into the idle position, and then after that we let go. And similarly, when we turn off the jet, we have to do the opposite. We have to pull in the lever once more when we want to shut off the jet, pull the throttle back to off, which is here, and then the jet will turn off. Make sense? So it's a safety mechanism. So that's what that's for. So that's the throttle there. So what's going to happen here? As you can see, starting an F-16 or starting any aircraft is way harder. It's not like you turn a key. You see this jet fuel starter switch here? It's called the JFS, jet fuel starter, and it has a run light there. This switch here. This switch.
Yes, I was gonna say. I'm like, where is it? I see it now.
Yeah. So this is your starter. This is like your electric start for your dirt bike or car or whatever. But okay.
What's the difference between start 1 and start 2?
I was just about to say start 1. So the jet runs off of okay. So to start an aircraft, you have what's called the APU. The F-18 has an APU, or auxiliary power unit. Basically, you think of it like a very small, tiny engine that starts the big engine. It's a secondary engine that is used only to start the main engine. Does that make sense? Think of it like an electric start. So the start 1 and start 2, basically the F-16 has 2 hydraulic accumulators. So basically these are hydrogen, or these are like hydrogen bottles, hydraulic hydrogen bottles. There's 2 of them on the F-16. What start 1 will do is it will just vent or use up one bottle, just one of them, one of the bottles, to try to start the jet. Start 2 will vent both of those bottles and use both of those bottles at the same time to try to start the engine. Does that make sense? It's kind of like if you want to do start 1, it's you have less of a chance of starting the engine, but you can still start it. Sometimes it works, but start 2 is best chance of engine start. So we're gonna go to start 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna flip this switch down to start 2. Keep in mind, obviously, I need battery power to do this. So what's gonna happen is this is gonna go to start 2, and what we need to do is we need to watch this run light. Once this run light goes on, it means that the jet fuel starter has gained enough speed to start spinning the actual jet, or the actual engine. So once that run light comes on, right there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my RPM, which is right here. And obviously it's at 0 right now. It's at RPM, or it's at 0. I'm going to wait for this needle to go to around 20%, so right here. And then I'm also going to wait until the hydraulic oil pressure light goes out. Once that and one last thing I need to check is I need to make sure that FTIT, we call it FTIT. Huh, interesting. Fan turbine inlet temperature is what this is. This is like your temperature gauge, how hot the engine is. What you want is, you don't want this going any higher than, like, I don't know what the mark is. I don't remember what the mark is. I think the mark is like here. but you don't want the fan turbine inlet temperature getting too hot. So what's going to happen is, if you start up the jet improperly, you can basically destroy your engine. It'll get too hot and it will die. Like, die as in destroyed. You'll just, like, choke it out and it'll die and it won't, you know, you have to, it's a destroyed engine completely. Completely destroyed engine. Like 225 grand or some shit like that. I don't know how much they are. I don't remember. But yeah, so what we need to do is we need to push the throttle. So the throttle is going to be in the off position, right? Like it is now. Well, I'm going to switch this to start 2. Once this run light comes on, I'm going to watch the RPM and make sure the RPM goes to 20%. When it goes to 20% and this light goes off, I'm going to pull in this throttle to 10 switch, push the throttle to idle, and leave it at idle. I am not going to go any higher than idle. Because if I do, that's going to give more fuel to the jet, and that could push this fan turbine inlet temperature overboard and literally overheat, destroy the engine, and possibly cause a fire. So I don't want to do that. So does that make sense? So the first thing I'm going to do is right click and start 2. Wait till this run light goes on. Once it goes on, I'm going to check my RPM, watch it, wait till it goes to 20%, wait till this light goes out, and once it goes out, I'm going to push the throttle to idle and then wait. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright. So you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's do it. Start 2. Listen to the sounds too. So waiting for the light to come on. Alright, so that's on. So now I need to check my RPM, which is right there. 20%. Wait for that light goes out. Alright, the light went out. So now I'm going to pull in that detent switch. And I'm going to press Shift Home for me. And push it to idle. Like that. And now watch. And watch the fan turbine inlet temperature. Watch this. I need to make sure this doesn't get too hot. And it's obviously getting hot right now, but you can see how... There you go. Then engine light went out. And then when the RPM reaches 50%, check that your JFS goes off. So check that the run light goes off and that this switches to off. And check it out, dude. You have started the F-16. Not awesome?
Man. That's how you have to start it.
Yeah, that's how you have to start. It's tough, but you can see, like, the engine's on. So, and what you can do, check out the lights. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to tell you about. So you see like I said, the anti-collision light, you always have that on if that engine is running. And the nav lights, these navigation lights, green is always on the right, red is always on the left. So memorize that. And usually there's white at the back on the tail. So what this does is it allows you to see where the aircraft's going. So if you see red on the left, green on the right of an aircraft, it means the aircraft is flying away from you, right? If you look at an airplane and you see green on the right, red on the left. No, green on the left, red on the right. If you see that, then that means that the aircraft is flying towards you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like if you're looking this way, if I zoom out, if you're looking this way, green on the left, red on the right, the aircraft's heading towards you, right? Otherwise, oh yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. Master caution, we hit that, and so what I'm gonna do, I'm actually not even gonna do the actual checklist here. So the checklist that I showed you here, I'm actually not gonna do this because I remember everything, honestly. So what I'm gonna do is first thing I'm gonna do is go here. Oh, technically I'm gonna be a little bit out of order here, but what I'm gonna do is go to the right panel here, or to the right avionics power. Avionics is basically your height, your altitude, where you're going. That's avionics, basically the navigation stuff. So what I need to do, just for now, I'm just gonna say MMC, the modular mission computer. We need all these switches on except for map. Map is not implemented. So I'm going to do on, MFD, yeah, on, and this on, yeah, on, and then INS. INS stands for the initial navigation system. This is more precise than GPS. So this is a precise navigation system. What we need to do though is we need to align it. We need to align the INS and the gyroscopic instruments. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch this from off to normal. And then if you look at the front, check it out. You see how you have the stuff that the screens and displays turning on. So that's what happens there, and I'm gonna give myself a HUD. You see the ICP, the integrated control panel. That's this here. What I'm gonna do is turn the HUD on. Check this out. There's your HUD. How's she look?
Yeah.
Sick, huh?
Bright. I was gonna say bright and green. But
bright.
Yes.
And yes, it's your favorite color too. Go figure.
No.
Unless I'm wrong about that.
No. Yeah. You are. I'm not. Green.
Oh yeah, you're tired. Yeah, I'm tired too. Honestly, I'm trying to not be totally boring here. But basically what this is doing is the jet it's basically calculating where it is. And long story short, you see the number here on the left. The number here on the left means like how far it's done. Why does it say ready? Okay, so it says ready, but it's not ready. We want this right number by the slash. We need that to be 10 or lower. And I could explain why later, but that's what we would need. And then what we're gonna do is go to the test panel here. So you remember that probe heat that I told you about? Basically what the probe heater does is it heats up that pitot tube that I told you about, where it tells you like where or what your airspeed is and stuff like that, where it measures your airspeed and stuff and your pressure. What this probe heater does is it makes it so it doesn't ice over, because if there's ice in it, the electronics will fail or be incorrect. So you don't want that to have ice. So what I'm going to do is left click and do test, and you can see flashing. See probe heat flashing, and then if that does that, you can let go. And then I'm going to turn on the probe heat. No issues. I'm actually going to turn that off. Now fire and overheat detect test push button. What this does is it tests the jet to make sure that it can detect a fire or overheat condition. So press that. You have master caution come on. You also have engine fire on the right here. And you also have overheat here. Make sense? Overheat on the caution and the eyebrow lights, you have engine fire. Now let me just say here, these eyebrow lights, these here, so this here, anything over here, the lights, so these lights here are these are critical. These are the most important things. These are just cautions. This is your caution. It's not necessarily life-threatening. If something pops up here, it can be life-threatening, depending on what it is. So if you see something red here, that's something you need to make sure that you know about, you know, red means danger, basically. So, let me just, alright, so after that, I'm going to test the OBOGs, or the oxygen. Make sure the jet can test if my oxygen is low. See, oxy low? So that works. Oxy low. Good. And now, finally, the malfunction and indicator lights button. This one right here. What this does, what you need to do is you need to check. It will turn on all the lights in the aircraft. All the internal lights on the consoles and stuff like that. All the lights will come on. And you basically want to make sure that all the lights are functioning. There's no burnt bulbs or fuses or anything like that. And you're also going to hear the VMS, or voice message system. Do you know about Betty? We call it bitching Betty.
No.
Okay, so basically Betty is the jet's voice. It's the computer. She will talk to you through words and say altitude, pull up, stuff like that. Like, she'll give you information that you need. But she can also say scary stuff like engine fire left, engine fire right. But honestly, that's what I'm doing, is I'm testing that system to make sure she can talk to, we can hear her. So malfunction indicator lights. So I'm going to press this, and we need to listen to all the voices and make sure all the voices are heard. And then check the bulbs for any bent fuses.
Pull up. Altitude. Warning.
You see?
Jammer. Counter. Chat flare. Low. Out. Block. Caution. Bingo. Soda. IFN.
There you go. Does that make sense? So that was that was Betty there that said that. People call it bitching Betty, and I just say Betty, whatever. We call her that because she always bitches. She always says like, pull up, like she doesn't shut up. Like altitude. It's like, bitch, shut up. Like, you see? Like that's the kind of joke. Honestly, it's kind of a fucked up joke, but it's still like kind of funny. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is, so since that's there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check all this stuff is here. Alternate flaps, normal, digital. But I'll get into this later, what all this stuff is. But for now, I'm going to test my flight control system. I'm going to test my flight controls and make sure they work. So I'm going to do what's called a bit test, built-in test. So I'm going to flip this to on, and you see it says run there. That's what I want. And now I just wait for that. It takes about a minute and a half or so to do. And do you remember, did I show you about any of the instruments, how to tell your altitude or anything like that? Shit.
No, you didn't tell me.
Okay, well I'll tell you that some other time, because it's kind of a bitch to explain. But I'm gonna test this. Sorry, you have pneumatic and you have electric. Electric is what you want. But you also want to make sure that the difference between the electric and the pneumatic means backup. So this is my backup system for the altitude. My electric is the primary. So if it was, so I need to make sure that there's no more than 75 degrees or 75 feet in deviation. So that's 24, 6, so 60, 65. That's fine. So this is safe. All right, so that's looking good. And while this is doing it, I'm going to test the fuel. So here's our fuel gauge, by the way. Test. So we have 6,000 total, good, and we have fuel low, our fuel low, good. And now reservoir, we should have stuff, good. Another thing we need to look at is fuel imbalances. We need to make sure that we don't have any fuel imbalances. Because if you think about it, let's say there's fuel, let's say there's fuel in the left wing, but no fuel in the right wing. What do you think that'll do to the aircraft if it's flying?
There's no fuel in the left one,
but there's fuel on the right wing. What do you think that'll do?
Let's say it'd be in balance.
Yeah, yeah, but what does that mean though? What would the jet want to do?
It wouldn't run.
No, it'll run. If you have fuel on the left wing but no fuel on the right wing, what do you have on the left wing that you don't have on the right wing? What is fuel? If you have a whole bunch of liquid, can you carry a whole bunch of liquid? Is it light?
Yes. No. Liquid is a lot heavier.
Yeah.
So that means one side would be heavier than the other side.
Yeah. So what do you think that's gonna do? That's gonna make the jet try to roll and roll and roll, and it will go out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, weight and balance is very important. So if you have an imbalance in the F-16, you'll see like red marks. You'll see a red mark somewhere. But right now we're fine. And by the way, so you see how it's flashing the word align on the hood? And also here it's flashing ready. What this means is the INS is fully aligned. In fact, right now, my INS is 6 times better, more precise than normal. So, yeah, so what I'm going to do, once I see that, I'm going to go from normal to nav. Be careful not to go back to normal though, because if I switch this to normal again, it'll start realigning from scratch. So you don't want to do that because it takes like 8 minutes or so. So now that the INS is aligned, we are good with navigation. So this DCS or data control switch is going to go return. And then that's that. And now what I'm going to do is test the flight controls. Let's see that. The bit test worked. So there's no fair light. So now I'm going to show you the flight controls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stick, pull it back, forward. Technically I'm going to wipe it out. This is wiping out the controls. Where you go like, you see I'm just going in a circular fashion all the way, like to the fullest extent. That's wiping out controls. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I can make sure that all these parts of the jet work. See, I'm testing the spoilers right now. And just to make it easy for you, first of all, listen to that sound. That's sick. I mean, our jet's on now, so that sound awesome.
Oh yeah.
Now, watch what happens when I go to the back.
It gets louder.
No, it gets more muffled. You got the whine of the fan, but you go here, you have more of a bass to it. So
see, I'm thinking it'll get louder.
A little bit, yeah. Technically, yes. I'll guarantee you, if you're giving power, yes, definitely. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is test the flight controls. So this, what I'm moving here, are the spoilers. Those are the speed brakes. And so I'm testing the flight controls. This is wiping out the controls when you do this. So what am I moving right now? Pop quiz.
The vertical stabilizer.
Down a cliff. I mean
the rotor.
The rudder, yeah.
The rudder.
Rudder.
Oh, I say rotor. The rudder.
Rudder, yeah. If there was a rudder on this, that'd be scary as hell. I don't know what the fuck I would use it for either. But keep in mind, the vertical stabilizer is the entire tail. This entire tail here is the vertical stabilizer. The rudder is specifically what you see moving. That's the rudder. And the flapper, the stabilator is this. See that? That's the stabilator. And the flapperons, are these. You notice how they go in opposite directions? That's normal. So we're testing the flight controls to make sure they all work. And technically what I need to do is I need to turn on what's called the NWS, or nose with steering. And that is shift forward slash for me. And you see how here it says AR NWS. That means nose with steering is on. If I don't have that, it's off. What nose with steering is yeah, see how I can change I can make it brighter or dimmer. I can actually change the brightness of this stuff. With the nose with steering on, you see how the nose gear is moving?
Yeah.
If I have it off, this happens. Sorry. If I have it off, the nose gear does not move. We need this though to taxi and turn right and left on the ground. So then, so after one thing I'm gonna check real quick is the air refueling. So open. And by the way, this is the air refueling door. Is this guy right here? That's the air refueling door. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open that door right now. Air refuel, open, and you'll see the ready light comes on. This means ready to refuel. And if you look outside, you see how it went down. How this went down here.
Yeah.
When I close it, it's gonna go up. Watch. So that's what that does. So that's the air refueling door. And that's obviously for aerial refueling, which honestly is a bitch. So air refueling is not easy. It'll be a while before you do tackle something like that, because air refueling is a complete bitch. Worse than bitch and Betty. Anyways. So that's all good there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to test the DBU. The DBU, or the digital backup. Basically obviously, like I said, the jet is fly-by-wire, right? It runs off of computers. So if the flight control system fails, you have a digital backup option. This is a backup software program for the flight controls. So I need to test this. Turn this on, digital backup, make sure the DBU light comes on, and I need to test the flight controls one more time, make sure the flight controls work normally with this digital backup program. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn that off. And then after that, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to do the manual pitch override. Manual pitch override, I'll get into this later when we get into emergencies, but manual pitch override basically, look at the stabilator here. You see how far I can move up? How far it moves up? Like, look how far it moves up. You see that's pretty far? When I push it forward, look how much it moves down. It doesn't move down that much. See? Like if you were to mark the angle between this and this is a lot less than this, right? The angle is much greater here than in here. So there's a thing called a deep stall, and you know the scene in Top Gun where Maverick and Goose were spinning down towards the ground and shit like that after going to Iceman's jet wash? You remember that? The tragic scene?
So
yeah. That is a deep stall, but it's a spinning deep stall. Those are a bitch. So what this does, the manual basically what happens is the jet notices you're in a stall, and the jet itself takes control. So keep in mind, you're flying. You're not commanding the computer to do anything. You're requesting to the computer to. If I say I want to go up I want to move the rudder left, the computer, the jet can either say no, you're not moving the rudder, or it can say yes, I'll move the rudder for you. So this is where like the artificial intelligence kind of like whole robot shit, it scares people. The jet will, in a stall, the jet will take full control of the aircraft, and you, no matter what you do, you will not be able to move the control surfaces. And if you're in a deep stall, the jet will try to recover and fix the stall, but it doesn't work, and you'll die. So what this will do is this manual pitch override and normal. Well, if I switch this to override, what this does is it makes it so the jet, so I override the flight controls. See? See how far I can move it down now? Look how far I can move it down. I overrode the flight controls.
So now you can move it down further.
Yeah, exactly. Now, watch what happens when I let go. Oops. Damn it. Hold on. When I let go, look at that. It goes back. See? This is normal flight control. Actually, let me do something here. One sec. If I go here and then I let go, watch. Damn it doesn't work anymore. Well, basically what happens is here, let me do it this way. So you see the stabilator down there? See it at the back? See the
yeah.
When I let go, watch, it's gonna change its angle back to normal. See? That's the manual pitch override. You only use that in emergencies. And then after that, I think everything is good. Actually, radar altimeter, I want this on standby. And I'm gonna turn on my oxygen. Look, see how the oxygen is given flow. You have black and white. So now there's 2 more checks I need to do, and then we're good. Then we can fly. 2 more checks. One of them is called the SEC, or secondary engine control. So what this does, the SEC is found here. So what this does is your throttle controls the engine, right? It controls the engine, the throttle, and everything. Let's say the software program failed, or your engine was damaged and you didn't really have control over your throttle. You could switch this from primary to secondary. And what that will do, like this, you lift the gun and switch it to secondary, only in emergencies. You do that, and upon doing so, what that will do is it will change the software program. It will change the engine to run on a secondary backup recovery mode, emergency mode. So watch, I'm gonna switch this to, I'm gonna lift the guard, switch this to secondary, and watch, you're gonna hear the RPM go lower. Watch this. And you see master caution on, and you also see here it says secondary engine control, SEC, SEC. So what I need to do to test this is I need to first of all hit the brakes. I need to hold the brakes, and I need to I need to use my throttle and slowly move it up to full military power and then snap it back. So I need to go, so basically what this does is it checks to make sure that the secondary engine control can still control the engine. And one thing about this is, with the secondary engine control on, the nozzle will be closed. Versus if the secondary engine control is off, if the secondary engine control is on primary, the nozzle will open. Watch. See? But we're testing this right now, so I'm going to do... So what I need to do is hold the brakes, and I don't want to go to full. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Oh yeah, you see, you heard what happened there. When I did that, my engine almost died. You hear that? Like the RPM. Like look, if I do this, you don't want to do that.
That's what happened.
Because you heard it. It didn't sound normal. You don't want your engine to do that. You don't want to go. You don't want to do that. So what you need to do is put it up slowly. And another thing you need to be wary of is what's the fan turbine inlet temperature? Yeah, hold on. If I do. Okay, do you see what happened there? I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do that could actually destroy the engine, but I want to show you something. So I'm going to move the throttle up, right? Like really, really far, like I shouldn't, right? So here. And you notice how that like kind of fucks up the engine, right? The reason that fucks it up is because I'm actually overheating the engine. Watch. You see this lower gauge here? FTIT?
Yeah.
Watch this. If I'm going to move the throttle, I'm going to move the throttle up like this and hold it there. And you're going to see that the FTIT or fan turbine inlet temperature is going to spike. Watch. So up. See? Boom. You see how high that went? That went up to like 9,000 degrees Celsius. So, or 900,
yeah,
900, sorry. Yeah, overheat. So, what if that happens, if you do that and this happens, go throttle idle. So ideally what I need to do is push it up slowly, let it stabilize, then go to full military and then cut it. So like this. Like that. And I'll show you what that looks like here real quick.
Who's calling this number?
Forward and then back. Makes sense? Alright. So, parking brake on, and I'm going to switch it back to primary. Now the engine's back on primary, we can do whatever we want. We don't have to be careful with the... We don't have to, like, I can do... Something, Oh, I know what happened. It was the parking brake. Oops. Fucking A. I don't want it off. Parking brake on. Also, I am unlimited fuel, by the way, so we're good there. So we're doing that, and then the last thing we need to check is what's called the... last thing we need to check is the EPU. And the EPU is this here. I'll get into it later, but basically, if we lose our battery and all the electrical systems, the EPU can give us electrical power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the brakes. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is the Oxy Supply, the oxygen. You see how it says normal and 100%? I'm going to switch it to full oxygen. Because I have to. I'm going to switch this to full oxygen. And then I'm going to hold the brakes. Hold the brakes. I'm going to raise the throttle to probably around 83, 85 RPM, just like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this EPU gen test switch button. Test it. You should see air. The light went on. Good. And then you need to make sure that the FLCS branches are working. So once that's good, what you need to do is let go of the switch first. Make sure that run light goes off, and then throttle back to idle. And then you can obviously release the brakes and go parking brake. And oxygen, I'm going to go back to normal. And the last thing I'm going to do, I don't know if it actually works, but I forgot to do this last time. There's this little monitor here. This is the PFL, or pilot fault list. What I need to do is press the FACK, or fault acknowledge button. Let's see if anything pops up. Okay. Doesn't look like fault acknowledge is implemented. Normally, what would happen is you'd press this button here, the fault acknowledge, and you would see no faults somewhere. Hold on, let me check my temperatures real quick. Why is my CPU so damn hot? Damn. My CPU does not need to do much calculation here. Alright, well anyways, that's it. We are good with the startup, and obviously that was really, really damn long because I was guiding you through it, but we can taxi now. We're actually ready to taxi. So, but what I'm going to do first is, what we need to do is, you see this landing taxi light? I'll show you the taxi light. So the taxi light, when you turn the taxi light on, oops, that's landing light. Taxi light looks like that. See? It's aimed down towards the ground. See, look, if I go here, taxi light's the bottom one. There's two lights. There's one here, and there's one right here. This is the landing light. This is the taxi light, as you can see. So, what I'm going to do is, if I do landing light, you can see that it's a more focused beam for long range. See? It's short. It's not as wide. And that's the top one, right? That's the landing light. That's obviously brighter. But I'm gonna do, technically I should do taxi light, but I'm just gonna have it off. Even though I really shouldn't. Technically speaking, you need to have the taxi light on At this point, you should have the taxi light on, so people know that you're where the front of your aircraft is. But that's it. We just started up and we can fly.
Alright.
Fucking badass, huh? Like, listen to those sounds. And should I drop bombs today? It's up to you.
No.
Alright. Well, they're not, but they're just training bombs.
Oh.
They're training bombs. They're just, oops. These bombs here, these have like a smoke warhead on them. So, they're not actual live bombs, they don't do any damage, they just emit smoke when you drop them and they detonate, you just see smoke. That's it. It's like a smoke grenade in Call of Duty, but you just drop it from an aircraft. That's really what it is. Would you want me to go to a range and see if I can drop some? I can do that, if you want.
That, I would probably say yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I would drop, when I would drop them though, or anything, but yeah, so there's one thing I need to do. Like, we can go now, but there's one thing I need to do first before I do that. What do you think I need to do? Think legally. If I can't start up the jet, without, them saying fuck you or not or whatever, you think I can taxi to the runway and take off without saying something?
No, you probably have to let them know when you're going to take off and if you're going to.
Well, actually, no, it's not when and if, it's more like request. It's more like, can I take off? May I take off? If they say no, you don't take off. So, request taxi to runway.
In field 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
And this is a horrible brevity here, but these are bad communications, but I can show you how to.
Field 1-1.
Okay.
Clear to taxi to runway 3. Path 2.
3. What? He did this last time. Asshole. 3 at 2. Why not just say 3 right, motherfucker? Come on now. You could just say 3 right. Jesus. Asshole. Alright, well, now that he said that, I can let off the parking brake. And I can turn off the parking brake. And we can fly. And by the way, I'm not going to do any of the other checklists. Technically there's a before taxi checklist, there's a before takeoff checklist, and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get in the air at this point. So, parking brake off to anti-skid. Not off, but anti-skid. And now, when you say so, I'm going to add a little bit of throttle, and we're going to start going. It's the runway. That's on you. So whenever you're ready.
Alright.
Yeah, let's do it. And while you're moving forward, it's always good to test the brakes. It's always good to test the brakes. Like that. Now I'm gonna turn left. How are the sounds, dude? Fucking awesome. Oh, I mean, that's actually not even a question. It's just, I don't know. Here's what we look like outside. Listen to those sounds, dude. Oh my God. Okay, I'll just taxi this way so that way you can see. Better, it's cooler that way, obviously, for you. Hear that rumble? Oh man. Pretty damn sick, right? Ah, I forgot one thing. Technically, okay, when you ever cross a runway, turn your flashes on and turn your landing light on. And there's one thing I didn't do, and that was look both ways. I did this last time, god damn it. I forgot to look both ways. I forgot to look both ways before crossing a runway. You never do that. Never ever. First of all, never cross a runway without clearance. If they don't tell you you're cleared to cross, don't cross. Safety, you know. Now I can turn my landing light off. Flashes. Let me turn that. Yeah, landing light. Flashes are this. Oh god. That's sick. That's like... Oh man. Seizure warning though, to people. To everyone. Alright, so now we're here. And I'm going to stop. So, you see this line here? First of all, I'm going to turn my landing light on. But I'm also going to do parking brake. You see this line here?
Dude, I'm about to go use the bathroom.
Oh, go ahead. I'll wait. Alright, so we're at the runway already. And one thing I'm going to say is ejection controls, I armed them. And you can see you have to check, make sure all lights are off, no errors are popping up or anything like that. And my AFF is on normal and stuff, and that's all good there. And now, we need to contact the tower and say, hey, can we take off? So, request takeoff.
In field 1-1, request takeoff. Enfield 1-1, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 28.02.
Mate, why are you giving me QFE? God damn it. He's giving me QFE, and QFE, I can't even use that. Asshole. Okay, well, okay, so parking brake to anti-skid. Alright, dude. Are you ready for takeoff?
Yep.
Alright, hold on. Let me, pause my truck on. Turn that light on. Alright, I'm gonna look both ways. No one here, and he said I'm cleared to take off, so let's do it. So when I say that you need a joystick, you definitely need one for DCS, because otherwise DCS is nearly impossible. Oh, that's a bug. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is, technically I shouldn't, yeah. I'm going to hit the brakes, go to throttle to like 90%, and then let off the brakes. Do you want full afterburner or do you want military?
Military.
Ah, you're just like me. Good. I don't like, yeah, because obviously, and technically I have unlimited fuel, so it wouldn't matter, but just to see, like, this is, I'll show you real quick. This is military. That is afterburner. See how it kind of goes in like that? That's afterburner. But this is military. That is afterburner. One way you can tell, or you can tell too, is look at the yeah, make it's easier to see. So you see the nozzle position here? See how it says 100%? What happens is when you go in military power, the nozzle will close to 0%, and then once it closes to 0%, when you go into afterburner, it'll start moving back to 100%. So watch. So so right now it's idle. If I go military, see how it's at 0%? This is military. If I go past military and go into afterburner, look, it's going to start moving up. See how it's moving up again? That's afterburner. I just use a shitload of gas doing that, technically. Alright, how do you want to take off? How do you want takeoff? You want it cockpit? Like this? Like what the pilot would see?
Probably, I would say cockpit. So first person.
I like the way you think of this shit. That's nice. It's good, dude. Most people would be like, nah, let's do the outside. Fuck the cockpit. And it's like, nah, like people see it from outside all the time. See what it's like for the pilot, you know. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is brakes on, RPM to 90%, brakes off, and then go to full military. And ready when you are. We'll get airborne.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright. Throttle to 90%. Brakes off. Military. And NWS, the nose wheel steering, I need to turn that off at when I hit 70 miles per hour. There you go. So this is military. Then pull up just a little bit. Just like that. Bring light off. Gear up. And we are airborne. And let me just change something real quick. A-low, I'm gonna do... Check it out, dude. We are airborne. Oh, you get the flashes off. Wait, the flashes... I turned them off. What the fuck? Something bugged. I don't know what happened. Why are the flashes still on? Alright, something bugged. I don't know what happened, but it bugged. How's it look, dude?
Looks good.
And alright, so what I'm gonna do, you want me to go slower or do you want me to go regular speed, like fast or whatever?
Fast.
God damn it, Cliff. Alright, fine. So I'm going to do this. And you can see I'm moving my head, I'm turning my head left and right to do this. You know? To look around. Cause it, like, I'm not pressing buttons to turn my camera. To move my head on this. So obviously, you know, this is where the track IR is necessary. Should we fly over Vegas? Or through Vegas?
So fly through Vegas.
Yeah, should we fly through Vegas and break a whole bunch of rules?
Yep.
Alright, god damn it, Cliff. Alright, let's do that then. Let me turn my FCR on. This is my radar. And look, you can see there's a pilot on there, see? There's someone on the radar, and it's actually that it's the helicopter, I believe. He's within 5 miles, so yes. So that's my radar. So my radar is searching for shit. Off though.
Altitude. Altitude.
Shut up, Betty. See how she can kind of be annoying? Like, Do you want me to get speed and go? Do you want me to go speed and go straight up to the clouds, to the overcast weather? That's probably gonna be sick. You want me to do that? Like just pull straight up and for the clouds?
Yeah, just pull. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get some speed. Do you want me to do it like gradually, or do you want me to just pull hard back?
Just gradually.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going 350, 360. So I'm going quite fast here. So do you want it from the HUD's perspective, or do you want it from the wing?
The wing.
Which one? Right or left? Or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter.
Alright, we'll do right then. Alright, so here we go. There we go. And I'm going to roll out, or go inverted for a sec. Oh my god. Look at that, dude. Holy shit. Look at the fucking quality here. Dude. Bro. That's badass. We're already at 9,000 feet. MSO. Oh god. How's it look? Or what do you think? Better than Falcon BMS, huh?
Oh yeah, much better.
Yeah, no shit. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go to, I don't know, I'm gonna drop below the clouds because I don't know where anything is. Actually this is dangerous because there might be a mountain or something. So like you can see, like I don't know where I'm at right now. But what I'm gonna do is go throttle idle. I'm gonna roll inverted like this. Just drop the nose. If you want to just drop the nose, that's the easiest way to do it. Check this out. I'm going to go through the clouds here.
Altitude. Altitude.
Altitude, oh god. Oh, I pulled some G's there. I'm in the clouds, where am I? Damn it. I hate it when this happens.
Probably going down.
I know.
I
know. I'm going down, but I know. Like, but what is going to be down? Is it going to be a mountain or something? Okay, good. Oh, fucking A.
Altitude.
Are there any houses here?
Altitude.
Yes, there are. Damn it! I can't drop my bombs. I mean, I can, but I'll just be an asshole if I do that. Obviously. I'll go over here. So, the flight path marker. You know what? I'm gonna go this way, for the road here. So you know the flight path marker.
Altitude.
That is this thing here. You see this?
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Betty, shut up.
Altitude.
Damn it.
Altitude.
Bitch.
Altitude.
Hold on. Let me inhibit her. Actually, no, shut up, so. Let me just go lower.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright. So shut up for now. Actually, I'll do... Oops. $5,000 feet. She'll shut up for a while. Alright, so you see the flight path marker, which is this guy right here? This little guy right here?
Yeah.
Wherever this is, whatever. Yeah, let me do that. Oh, there's an airport down there. Look at that. There's an airport down there. What the fuck's down there? I don't know what that is. But whatever this little guy is where your jet is going. So if I point this to the ground, I will, if I don't do anything, I will impact and crash into the ground right at that area. Exactly. That's how precise this is. So like right now, you see that crane over there?
Yeah.
So if I put my flight path marker, or FPM, on that crane, I will impact and crash into that crane at that exact spot on the crane. So wherever this little guy is here, let me bring it up. Wherever this little guy is right here is where you're going. So now that he's on the crane, now that he's passing the crane, I'm gonna, you see, wherever this is where I'm going. And what is this area? That's besides an airport. It's like a landing strip. Should I try landing on it?
Yeah, I would say try.
I don't even know what this strip is or where this is. 2 left. Okay. Alright, so you remember that? Okay, you want me to show you that traffic pattern that I told you about? Like when we did the RC stuff. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do a slight pull here. Oh, this is horrible. So, you see how... Okay, this is bad, but you see how the run... I didn't put my gear down. You see how the runway is basically right in front of me? First of all, which one? The long one or the short one? Which one do you land on?
The long one.
Okay. Sure you don't want me to test my skill? Alright, so... This is called final. Oh god, I'm way too low. I'm gonna do a touch and go. Yeah, this is not allowed. Oh, that was rough.
Altitude.
Damn it.
Altitude.
That had to hurt my ass. Like, no joke. That looked like that hurt my ass. You see, I just went. Oh god.
Pull up.
Whoa. I just got like wake turbulence or some shit like that. So, you notice what happened there? I actually stalled. I could have crashed. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I got like a downdraft and I could have crashed. Yeah, I should probably...
Is there landing?
I did a touch and go. I should probably go back to Nellis.
Is your landing gear?
It's up right now. It's all good. Question is, where is everyone? I'm totally lost. Technically what I could do is do... Oh god. Hold on, let me do this and go to... Oh no. Control P, pause. Now I'm gonna go to the map. Okay, so I'm just gonna follow this road back to Nellis. So I'm just gonna follow this road back. road here. So I'm probably not going to land on there because that's just way too damn dangerous.
Altitude.
Plus, with Nellis, it's built for the aircraft, so. Alright, so I'm just flying this way. I'm going to get up in speed a little bit. How's this look, dude? Fucking awesome, right? Fun? Looks fun. Makes you want to fly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I know what I'm doing. Keep in mind, I know what I'm doing, so it's honestly a lot more fun for me right now. But for you, it's probably gonna be a pain in the ass at first. But it's actually fairly simple. Just pull back to raise the nose, push forward to lower the nose, push left to roll left, push right to roll right, like that. It's actually very, very simple. And then you adjust the throttle as you wish. You want me to pull some G's? Meaning like some G's. Like hard turns and stuff like that. Make my point.
I would probably say 2 turns.
2 turns. That's a G warm up.
2 turn.
That's easy. G warm up, okay. There's, oh god, the lag. Oh god. Alright, that's 1. And that's 2. Done. I did it. When I talk about G's, I'm talking this shit where you pull G's and stuff. Let me roll out like that. Oh fuck, where's the airport? First of all, okay, there's Vegas. Where's the airport? Oh, it's right in front of me. That's the base. Oh, it's literally right in front of me. Damn it. Oh, wait. No, that's... I am totally fucking confused right now. Where the hell am I? Where the fuck? Hold on. Oh. Let me see something. So I need to go this way, actually. Past this mountain here. So I'm gonna gain speed and head over there. Yeah, see, that's where the other jet is. Excuse me. Yeah, there's the airport. Or there's the base. I should stop calling it airport because it's really just a military base. Should I buzz the tower? Like Top Gun style, Maverick style, whatever the fuck. Hopefully no one's drinking coffee in the tower, because I'm about to buzz their ass.
I'm about to fly.
Where's the... Okay, where the fuck? Alright, I got it. 450 knots, I'm gonna buzz the tower, watch this. Keep in mind, if I put my flight path marker on the tower, I will crash into the tower. So I don't want to do that. Okay, idle power. Hey, what's up, guys? My god. Do you want to see how fast? Look how fast this slows down too. If I put the boards up, look at that. This jet doesn't like to slow down. But yeah, I'm gonna. You want to see something cool? Okay. Do you want me to do the pattern, or do you? Okay. Do you want me to do the pattern, or do you want me to do an overhead brake? I've actually never done that before. Overhead brake is what the military do for landing. Which one do you want me to do? Do you want me to do the civilian type stuff, or do you want me to do the military stuff?
No, military.
All right. Well, I am in a military jet, but also technically you need to know how to do this anyways. The pattern here. So what I'm doing, sorry about that. So what I need to do is around 1,500 feet. I'm going to do this really badly. This is going to suck. I just want to show you here so you understand what's going on. Basically, I'm going to be like 350 knots flying over the runway, right? So to do this, you fly over the runway fast. You fly over the runway like this, and then when you're halfway down the airport, the base, you do a turn to the left or right. I'm gonna do one to the right, and this brake. This is called a brake. Doing this is a brake. So here we go. Oh god, that was horrible. You did that to kill off your airspeed. And now, what I'm gonna do, that was horrible, oh my god. I'm gonna do gear down, ring light on. Should I contact the tower, or should I just land?
Contact the tower and then land.
You want me to be law-abiding citizen? God damn it. Okay, everyone knows that.
I was actually just. Because you already asked me to take off.
Yeah, but legally you have to ask them to land. You have to ask them everything. So yes.
In field 1-1 inbound.
I'm gonna ask them.
Enfield 1-1. Fly heading 049. Fort 6. QFE 28.02. Runway 21.
Okay, he's gonna give me clearance any second.
Enfield 1-1. Cleared for visual. Contact tower.
Roger, so now I'm gonna do this. Oh god. This jet is extremely sluggish when it's slow. You don't want this jet being... Oh god, this is a horrible approach. I'm gonna request landing.
In field 1-1. Request landing.
This is horrible. Oh my god. Look at this approach, dude. Look at this approach. Here, let me zoom in. Look at this approach. That's the runway going that way. My god. Damn it, mate. I'm requesting landing.
In field 1-1. Request landing.
If they don't answer, just land.
Yeah, well, technically I wouldn't be allowed to. Technically I wouldn't, like in real life you wouldn't be allowed to. If they don't say you can land, then you can't land.
In field 1-1.
Motherfucker, I'm right here. Okay. Oh.
Enfield 1-1. Clear to land. Runway 21.
Okay. 2-1 left or 2-1 right? Which one, asshole? Damn it. Look at this landing, dude. I'm gonna do a touch and go.
Altitude.
That's there, and then
Altitude.
power.
Altitude.
Get up. Oh god, what the hell just happened? Oh god. Hold on. What the hell was that?
Field 1-1. Go around, runway occupied.
No shit, no shit it's occupied, fuck you. Here, abort.
In field 1-1. Abort inbound, resuming mission.
There you go, fuck you, I'm not listening to you anymore. I basically told him, in a way I told him to fuck off. Basically what I said was, abort the landing I don't want to land. But, guess what that means? That means, if I don't message him at all, or talk to him at all, I'm just gonna land without clearance, which is again illegal, I can't do that. But, I'm gonna do it anyway, so fuck it. Let's do this, hold on. I'm actually doing burner now. Afterburner.
Altitude. Altitude.
Try to get a nicer approach for you here. Damn it, this is a horrible approach. I fucked it up again. I'm landing on the other runway this time. One thing you need to know, by the way, is if you have your gear down, like your wheels, if your wheels are down, you cannot go past 300 knots, which is, the knots are here, this is your airspeed. You cannot go past 300, otherwise you can literally rip your gear off of the aircraft because you're going too fast with the gear down. There we go, on speed, here we go. Oh god.
Altitude.
That was rough.
Altitude.
Damn, my approaches are god awful, what the hell? Oh, Jesus. My flaps went down and it lowered my... Oh man, that was scary. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. Oh god. Let's go up to the clouds again. Or do you want me to land? Or, do you want me to like... What do you want to do?
Probably land.
Okay.
Let's say land.
Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can get a nice approach. Like have a nice approach where it's like where it's not as shitty. You can agree. It's fine. I'm agreeing it's horrible. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do actually, let's go this way.
Altitude. Altitude.
What I'm gonna do is pull hard this way, or relatively. It's fine. Alright, how's this for an approach? This is actually still horrible, but I'm going to turn left. Which one? Left runway or right runway?
Right.
Alright. Alright, so I'm going to turn like this. You see how this is how I am doing this very, very gracefully? You see how this is like a process? It's a very graceful process.
Yeah.
How's this for an approach? Better than before, huh? It's a bit shit right now. I'm trying to get my angle of attack up. How's this for an approach? I'm actually fucking this up a bit, but...
Altitude.
There you go.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Betty, shut the fuck up. You bitch. How was that for landing? Or touch and go? That was better than before, huh?
Yeah, that was much better.
Yeah. In other words, the shit sucked. Anyway, I'm gonna go the other way. Actually, what I'm gonna do? Have you heard of an Abelman turn?
No.
Have you heard of a split S?
No.
Damn it. Okay, well, it probably wouldn't be wise for me to do this here with this weather. I'm gonna go try to find a place to drop some bombs.
Fine.
Yep. And I'm thinking about dropping some of the bombs. Technically I have unlimited weapons right now, so I can just do it whenever, but when we have to look for something that you would want me to try dropping the bombs on. Like maybe a landmark on the ground or something like that. Oh, let me just kind of turn around here. Big open area here. And those houses and stuff too. Technically I can drop a smoke bomb on one of the houses if I wanted to. What is that there? Is that water? Or is that like a grass field? What is that? Is that like where they have crops and shit?
Well, over there?
Yeah. I don't know what that is actually.
I would want to think so.
Well, regardless, I don't give a... Okay, whether it's water or whatever else, I might as well drop a bomb on it. But again, these are smoke bombs, so there's... Actually, what's that over there? Yeah, I'm not sure what those are, but we'll do that. That way you can see if I hit it correctly. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, master arm on. And I'm gonna go to... Oh my god, I haven't done this in so long. I'm going to go to air to ground. And let's see. Do you want me to drop one at a time or two at a time?
Two at a time.
Alright, pair, CCIP. Sorry. Oops, no. Damn it. Alright. So, you ready for this? So that we're armed now. We can drop. We can literally drop. I'm just trying to remember where it is. Shit, I lost it. Where is it? Damn it. Is it over there? I literally lost the shit. Oh well. I'll just drop it. Let's see. You see that little patch of... You see that little patch right there? That like patch of grass or whatever the fuck that is. Like right here.
Yeah.
Actually, there's some here. There's one here. Look. I dipped my nose. See, you got one of these here. I think that's water, but let's drop it in there. Oh, here they are. This is it. This is it. I found it. Never mind. This is it. Which one of these? What is? It looks like water. Which one of the water lakes would you want me to try to drop on? Let me try to. Anything specific or? All right, I'll do that. I'll do this one. This one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the other way. And then I'm going to go kind of out just a little bit. And then I'm going to turn in and I'm going to drop the bomb. There we go. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
I haven't done this in so long. Oh my god. So I'm going to do that and then click hold. It dropped. You heard it drop. Ah, damn it. Now I can't see anything. I pulled it up. Now I can't see anything. Fuck. Now I'm above the clouds.
Altitude. Altitude.
Damn it. Alright, did that hit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did, look.
It did hit. Okay.
Actually, I missed. Fuck. Technically, I missed. Let me try it again. Here, let me do it on this one. Alright. Let's watch it drop. Actually, we'll be able to hear it, see it. Any second. There it is. See those splashes? I don't know if you saw those splashes.
Oh, no.
Here, let me do it. Let me do it like, let me do it on some trees. Alright, here we go. There it is. See that? Oh god, can't see anything now. Damn it. Oh god, actually those weren't trees, those were houses. I dropped a smoke bomb on houses, oh my god. Did that work? Where? Why don't I see any smoke? Oh, there it is. Well, that's the other one, actually. Drop it here. There we go, it dropped. Oh, there it is. See?
Oh.
Ah, damn it. I keep doing this.
Keep going into the cloud.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart the mission, but I'm gonna restart it, but me already started it up. So it's not gonna be me having to start up the jet or anything like that. It's already gonna be started up. Or I can just start in the air. I'd rather take off though, honestly. Taking off is fun. So I'm going to do pick me. It's me. Take off from parking hot. You know what? Take off from runway. How's that? Take off from runway, and then after that, I'm going to do. I'm going to do density 5 for the clouds and stuff. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Should I do some gun runs too? That'd be fun actually. I haven't done gun runs in a while. So I'm starting on the runway, already ready to go, so. And technically I'll be starting before the other guy takes off. They set everything up for me. Alright, there you go. Alright, you ready for this?
Yep.
Oops. Alright, let's do it. Should I do burn this time? Fuck it, I'll do burn this time.
Yeah, I'll probably say you burn.
Look at that speed. Look at the FPS, it's actually way better this time. Look at that, 30. How's this look? Fucking awesome, right?
Oh yeah.
Here, let's go straight up.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go. Watch this. You're gonna like this. Tell me when to pull. Tell me when to pull.
Pull.
I'm too slow now. Holy shit! Hold on, I stalled. I actually stalled the aircraft. Oh my god.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh shit, I started to go into a deep stall there. Oh god. The dreadful deep stall that I was talking about. I started to get into that. But you notice I recovered and saved myself. So I just stalled there. Pretty cool, huh? Except for the stall.
Yeah, if you stalled all the way out and you.
I'd eject with that. I'd eject. Because if you have a deep stall, if you get into a deep stall, if you pass below 7,000 feet above the ground and you're in a deep stall, you have to eject. Because there's no way you're going to save the aircraft. Alright, so let's do this. On. Head to ground. Pair. Let's do 20 feet. Alright. You ready to drop somewhere? I don't know where to drop. You pick a target. If there's anything out here. When we're dropping it, I mean, if I drop it in the lake, there's you're not going to see anything really. Do you want me to drop it like... looking for anything. What about that down there? There's like a bunker. See that?
Yeah.
I'll drop it on there. Watch, people sleeping in there. Some squatters. Watch, you got some squatters in there. And then, next thing you know, you're gonna have a smoke bomb go through the roof. Alright, so... some speed here. Alright, we're gonna drop any second. Alright, we dropped. Alright, check that out. Boom! Pretty much direct hit. See that?
Dang, that was
Pretty nice, huh?
right on top.
Speaking of on top, let's try to do it on top of a mountain. How's that? Like a peak. I want to do right at the top of that ridge there. Alright, we dropped. Should be there. Boom. Good hits. Should I do a gun run? Keep in mind, the guns are training. The gun ammo is training rounds. It's traces. and they're training, so they're not like do damage or anything like that. Should I do a gun run?
No.
Why not? They're training rounds. They're not gonna do anything.
Oh, then I would say yes.
I'd probably do it anyway, even if you said no, because I haven't done it in so long. All right, there's a bunker there. Yeah, I probably shouldn't kill everyone there. All right, what is that? It's like boxes on the ground. Here, I'm gonna do a gun run with these. You ready? You ready?
Yep.
Guns, guns, guns. Oh no, that didn't work. Hold on. Why did that not work? Balls. Probably because I don't have the gun selected, right? Right, so, okay, there we go. Gun. Oh god, I shot it by accident. Did you hear that? I shot it by accident, fuck. You heard that, didn't you? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Alright, well that means the gun's working, so I can go actually do a gun run now. Shit. So what I'm gonna do is actually get altitude. When you do gun runs, you should get altitude. Because the higher you are, the better it is. Like, you need to have altitude in order to do gun runs. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, if you... By the way, the gun cross, this is the gun cross right here. So I need to aim this where the gun is. Alright. Where's the... Alright, there are those boxes. You ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright, guns, guns, guns.
Altitude. Altitude.
That was sick. Alright, enough with the guns, since those are actually live ammo, so I'm gonna just undo the bombs again. Alright, let's see, how about... You want me to drop the bombs on those? Here, I'm gonna drop the bombs on the... I'll drop the bombs on those boxes. How's that sound? Let me switch to CCRP. CCRP, okay. Oh shit, I dropped the bombs. Fuck. Or did I drop them? Shit, I don't know. Alright, what I'm gonna do is... Hold on, how do I do this? Oh, HUD. extension of interest, and then maybe I can do. Shit, what are the buttons? Hold on, let me look at the controls again because I don't remember. Okay, so damn it, I can't. Where's the shit? Oh, I think I know why. Because I need to have at least one steer point in the game in order to. I need at least one steer point to use CCRP. So I can't even use CCRP. It's a bug. So I'm going to do CCRP again. So that's why it didn't work, because there's a bug. How's this sound? I'll drop one more pair of bombs and then land. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you're tired, and I'm tired too, honestly, I'm flying.
Yeah, I gotta do this animation. I got one line.
Oh yeah, do that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to those boxes, which are. Boxes are right there. Alright, so I'm gonna go. Watch this. Bombs are gonna drop. Here, I'll do it this way. Boom. There you go. There they are. And those. Oh, I missed. Fuck. You saw what I was trying to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do it again.
Altitude. Altitude.
Drop. Alright, there we go. Damn it, I still missed. And what's with the lag? Jesus. Oh, it's all the smoke, that's why. Hey, that was a horrible approach. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up, get some altitude. Like this here. And then I'm going to oh shit. That was low speed. So I was low on speed. Yes, I know, shut up.
Altitude. Altitude.
There we go. That should hit. Boom. Direct hit. Pretty sick, right?
Yeah.
Boom, direct hit. Alright, so master arm off, and I'm gonna land. Master arm off. FCR off. Do blank. Should I try should I land with clearance, or should I just land?
Altitude.
I would say just land. I would say just land.
Alright. Well, clearance couldn't hurt, so I'm just gonna do that anyway. I'll do clearance real quick, but all he's gonna do is tell me taxi to parking when I'm done. So I'm just gonna do this.
Infield 1-1, inbound. Enfield 1-1, fly heading 02647, QFE 28.02, runway 21, to pattern altitude.
Alright. You should come on again at any second and say, hey, you can...
Enfield 1-1, cleared for visual, contact tower.
Alright, clear for visual, contact tower, right. So let's see. Can I nail the approach this time? Watch it. Watch me not nail the approach and fuck it up. Yes, I know I'm too slow. Shut up. How's this look?
Looks good.
Infield 1-1, request landing. Enfield 1-1, cleared to land, runway 21.
Or jet cleared to land. So that's good, so we can land. And by the way, this is what the jet looks like when it's landing. Oh god, I'm too slow. This is gonna be a perfect landing if I keep it like this. If I keep it like this, it's gonna be perfect. Kind of.
Altitude.
There we go.
Altitude.
Speed brakes out.
Altitude. Altitude.
Waiting for it. I'm using it as an air brake to slow down. Alright. Oh god. See how it bounces too? Look at that. That's sick.
Because it's supposed to do that.
Yeah, in
Have a little bit of bounce to it.
yeah, a little bit of bounce. Yeah, see. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just taxi off to the place where we were before, and I'm just gonna go through the quick shift channel procedure. But I'm gonna try to speed this up here. Yeah, I bugged. Look, I turned my lights off. My red and green lights, I turned those off. But they're still on. Yo, what the fuck? Alright, disarm ejection seat. Almost fucked that up last time. And then... Damn it. Turn that off. Master caution. Where do you want me to park? Do you have anything on the left? Any of these turning on to the left, I can park. So is there any one?
Okay.
This one here?
It's just the next one. Yeah.
Alright. Or was that the wrong one?
No, you had it.
I just kind of coast to a stop. And then that's good, so I'm just going to brake here. And then I'm going to do parking brake on. Now to shut off the engine, what you do is you pull in the throttle detent switch and pull the throttle back to off. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to turn it. Alright, so alright, let's do it. You ready?
Yep.
Why did that not work? Hold on. Oh. So after I do that, I'm going to make sure everything is off, 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 oops, off, 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 anti-ice, off, master arm, laser arm, off, good, off. Oh, I didn't switch these on, but off, 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 off. Oh, I was on Cat 1, not Cat 3. Oh shit. I was on the, remember when I said it, you know, if you're on the wrong one, it can be damaging?
Yeah.
I was on the wrong one. Fuck. I'm a horrible, I'm a horrible influence. Yeah, so, off, turn this off, 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 preheat off, and I'm gonna turn this stuff off, which is the communications and radios and stuff, off, 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 damn it, off, 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 intercom, turn that off too, and then do that, and then now what I'm gonna do is hold, battery off, and now open the canopy by opening the lock bar and flipping the switch to with a right click. I don't know why it's kind of lagging, but by the way, if the jet is hot, meaning you just finished flying, it's called you're having a hot start. And a cold start is where everything is dark, cold, the engine's cold. But it's obviously hot start is the opposite. Like right now, if I started the jet again, it would be considered a hot start. Okay, why is my nozzle closed? I don't think it should be closed. Whatever, it doesn't matter because I finished flying the jet. So but yeah, so I don't know why that's doing that, but regardless, that is DCS, my dude. You can't tell me that you can't tell me this looks shittier than the Falcon BMS stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, right? Oh, he's gonna, what am I hearing? One more pass for you. Oh my god. The most badass thing I've ever heard. You can't tell me that's not a sexy sound.
As long as it doesn't hurt, though, it doesn't damage my ear.
But it sounds fucking cool though, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
Damn, that you can hear the power and energy of this fucking engine. But yeah, so that's all for this part, guys. I'm gonna cut it here. I know it was slightly boring. I wanted to give Hackprince a kind of a real rundown of what this looks like, how intricate this is. First of all, yep. Keep in mind, dude, it took me 12 years to be able to get to this point. So the fact I'm able to do this myself is like unheard of, because I had nobody to teach me. Nobody. No one taught me. I had to teach myself. So would you want me to try hooking you up with her?
No, not right now.
Alright, no problem. But you can see how this is, watch, I bored the fuck out of him, that's why he's saying that. But yeah, no, he's taking off, or flying over again. But yeah, that's all for this part, guys. If you liked it, smash the like button like a badass, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna do a night flight, but I'm gonna take a rest for now. And that is so gorgeous right there. Love this jet, man. Love it, love it. Alright, so that's all for this part, guys. If you'd like to smash the like button like a badass, leave a comment. See you guys next time. Fly safe and farewell.